can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Right?
Sean Belesian over there. Varchas Bourbon over here, by the way. Bourbon Friday, Nickel Package Friday. You guys already know what it is. Shout out to Varchas. The wine cask bourbon today. Ooh. KG in the building. You got the Michigan Panthers gear.
You damn right. Shout out Michigan Panthers, man, hooking us up.
Yeah, shout out.
They did come through with a lot of swag.
Yeah, my guy Jeremiah, man.
Two coolest hoodies were 2X. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. I know, I missed that day. Yeah. I didn't get any of it. Yeah. I'll have to hit Jeremiah up and get back in there. Spencer Raxter in the building.
Hello,
all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. And Sean, I know that you were locked in to the Pro Bowl games last night. Locked in, right?
I have not watched in 30 years. Like honestly, I don't know how anybody could turn on that stuff. I like the All-Star game, the baseball All-Star game. The rest of them are useless. I'm sorry. I got no all the other three are awful. Mm-hmm. Let's just be, it's not hockey when you're watching the hockey. It's not basketball when you're watching the basketball. It's not football. I like, to each your own. If you're into it, be into it. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage.
You know when they got away, because I used to like the hockey one. I used to like the basketball one. When they tried to get too cute with it, and North America versus the world, and blue versus white, what was wrong with just East versus West?
Yeah.
And like the games themselves, like the guys would try stuff they would not normally try in a game, which I thought was kind of cool. I kind of looked out for that. I took it for what it was. I didn't need it to be more than what it was, and they just kept trying to make it more and more than what it was. And the bottom line is, like, the baseball one is the closest to a game. Not even close. You know,
and it's. To compare that to the other three is a joke.
A joke, right.
All-Star Game's legit. I like the All-Star Game.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I like the All-Star Game. It's
because it means something.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. The other. I mean, now don't give home field advantage over it. That was one of the dumbest ideas in the history of mankind. You know, I remember when they did that, and I was like, I got a crazy idea. You guys ready? You want to know? I know this is going to sound nuts, but you know the best way to give home field advantage in the World Series? The team with the better record. Isn't that crazy? That's like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's like groundbreaking crap, you know? But no, you know, the other three, I can't even tell you the last time I tapped in for a second. Like, I'm not being funny. On any three of those games, the hockey, the NBA, or the NFL, whatever they're calling it now, not even a second. Like, it's one of those things. I may have accidentally switched the channel and went, like that, and turned the channel right away, but I got no time for any of that crap, man.
Jared Goff did win the quarterback contest.
Apparently, he had a dominant showing, according to ESPN.
He did. We were watching it. It came on right after heavyweights, like just on TV. He was slinging it.
Yeah.
And could have used that in the playoff game.
Well, you know, and I figured that was good. But look, like, the accuracy thing just doesn't move the needle.
It doesn't.
It does it. It's so important. It's vitally important, and no one cares.
See, that's why, at least, like, well, I mean, the dunk contest fucking sucks now, too.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, at least the dunk contest is fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, they ran out of dunkers. We got Mac McClung on ice until the dunk contest from now on. He just gets de-thawed, and then look at this white guy. He can jump high. Like, I want to see fucking Zion Williamson. I want to see Zach LaVine in there.
Good luck.
Honestly, I blame LeBron. I'm a LeBron guy. You know I am.
Yeah.
I think he's the GOAT. It's his fault.
It is.
Jordan did dunk contests. Yeah. Hakeem did dunk contests. If LeBron would have done a dunk contest or two and put on a fucking show, which he would have,
yeah,
that would have inspired me. We would have seen John Morant in a dunk contest.
Maybe.
Like,
As a LeBron fan, I stand on that too. He was one of the first stars that said he just outright wasn't doing it, and then after that, you started seeing star power phase out of the dunk contest. So.
No, I get it. But yeah, it was like a perfect storm of stuff, Sean. Like they tried to get too cute with it. Nobody cared about competing in the game anymore. Like that. That's just kind of how it went. The guys didn't want to play. And look, I get it. I think the advent of every game being on television hurt it. Because remember, the baseball All-Star game, that was the only time you saw the National League.
100. And not just that, but for those of us that would like scour the newspaper because there was no such thing as the internet, and you'd go, oh man, this Al Oliver guy is having a good year. That was the chance to see him because you never got a chance to see him. You know, these random myths that you heard about, you never got a chance to see those guys. But, no, I mean, again, and boy, if you like it. I think it's hot garbage. I don't watch. Some of the skills competition I'm down with. You know, I think especially, you know, you guys were talking a little bit, some of the NHL stuff, I still get off on the hardest shot. Mm-hmm. I think that's fantastic. Watching a dude whip a 101-mile slap shot is like, damn.
It's like a fastball contest. You're going to be interested.
Yeah, so I'm interested in stuff like that, and you know the speed. You know what? Watching Dylan Larkin go head to head with McKinnon or whatever the case may be. I'll tap into stuff like that. The games,
yeah,
Yeah,
please.
but whatever. We've had this discussion before. We'll have it again. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread, by the way. The super chat, if you want to skip the line like Dante151. I wasn't locked into the Pro Bowl. I was locked in on the Red Wings hockey game, though. Go Red
Shout
Wings,
out.
go Alex Lyon, Cam Talbot. Let's go Red Wings, 3-2 shootout. Yes, Dante. And, like, there was juice last night with that game. Like, I got done with the Oakland game, and I met some people that were in town with the Dallas Mavericks for drinks, and I was locked into the game.
Yeah.
Locked into the game on the screens. And
It was fun.
it was absolutely fun. And the Woodward text thread was going crazy. Sean, Spenny, and I are texting, and it's like 12:30.
Yeah.
You know, people were
Western
locked in.
Canada.
Western Canada. I love it. And I know Spenny here on the show sheet, for our little segment we do before we get into the nickel package Friday, he's got, Lions hired David Shaw as passing game coordinator. We're talking Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Kate Cunningham.
Shout out Kate
All-star.
Cunningham. All-star.
We all knew it was going to happen.
No surprise whatsoever,
Yeah.
right?
No.
And it's one of those things that, to me, guys, I like hearing other people talk him up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like I think we've watched the maturation in the past year. Okay, we've seen him take that step that he desperately had to take, that the franchise needed him to take. To see him get the flowers from other people, now that's what counts for me, guys.
And the old guys respect his game.
Right.
Because he plays the ball he plays basketball the way it's supposed to be
what
played.
is required, the basketball play that is required, that's what he does every time.
And he's not foul baiting. He's not flopping. He is an elite level 3 level scorer in the offensive game. He's not diving like James Harden. He just gets buckets, and he doesn't bitch about it. He's a humble all-star. He's a humble superstar. And you hear the guys at TNT, which is the best show on television still, inside the NBA. You hear them like, oh, Chuck, at the end of it, when I'm so happy for that kid. You saw Shaq loved him the other week. Like, he deserves it, man, and we all knew it was coming. It's just good. It's vindication to see it.
That's a topic for a slow day. Can I interrupt just for a second and interject just for a second? What happened to the great shows on television, the great pregame shows, okay? Because I agree with you. That one is watchable.
Yes.
That one, I'll tell you this. Our generation who grew up on Hockey Night in Canada, I can't watch any of that crap anymore.
I like TNT hockey when Biz and Gretzky are on it together.
And I'll give it that. But and no offense to the Sunday morning shows. And I would put what we do up against anything. I don't watch that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I was on one of them for 12 years.
Sean, it's
I
very
don't watch
simple.
it anymore.
You know why the TNT NBA show works? Because it stars having shit to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they tell you how they feel.
Uncensored, though.
Uncensored.
Yeah.
They tell you how they feel. They're giving you an honest analysis. Anything that happens on a football pregame show, like a network football pregame show, is just an ex-athlete saying, I really like quarterback X. I really like his game. He has good chemistry with wide receiver Y, and they're a dangerous offense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally, that's it. Like Shaq tells you, he stunk tonight.
Right.
Hey, Zach LaVine, you stunk tonight.
And don't care how you feel about it.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. What are you going to say to me? I'm Shaq.
Yeah. Charles Barkley, same deal.
Oh, yeah.
You should be embarrassed. You got a paycheck tonight.
It's kind of like I'm still down with game day. Okay, I'm still down with game day. But a lot of what you just described it has snuck into game day.
It's not the same.
Yes.
A lot of what you just described.
Like, what's Desmond Howard really telling you?
Yeah, he's bad. And that's a Michigan guy.
yeah.
Desmond Howard is terrible.
Thank you.
He's terrible.
What's he really providing?
He's nothing.
A smile. That chuckle and a smile.
And a Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
And it's time for Lee Corso to hang him.
It's still, listen,
God,
it's still, and
so
I'm
fast,
probably
midget.
saying it with more sentimental
put that
feelings put to it. It's still part of my college football game day. You know, if I'm not out someplace broadcasting or whatever, I mean, I'm in. I have it, but I don't sit there like this, like I did for years. Now it's kind of on. If that made, you know what? I think I'm gonna mosey in the room and make an 8-egg omelet with extra bacon and ham.
Ooh.
And you know, before I'd be in front of the
pretty
TV
good.
and then run during the commercials. But Neil, to your point, that's exactly it. I'm still in. It's not like that. Hey guys, I don't know how anybody could watch that crap on CBS or Fox.
An 8-egg omelet is nuts.
I have no, I'm not being funny. I have no idea how somebody could sit there and go, yeah, it's noon. I can't wait to see what Terry and Jimmy and Michael have to say.
Because they don't have anything to say.
Like for me, I hate 12-1 now on an NFL. Like, I'm serious. I hate 12-1 because it's like, all right, start the freaking game.
Yeah,
start the freaking game. I don't need any of this crap. Every one of those shows are like just unwatchable to me. No offense. I mean, if you like them, like them. You know, don't cry and be a big baby about it.
I don't think anybody's up in arms of you saying that.
I don't watch any of that crap. It's awful. So Spenny, sorry to take it on a tangent, but
no,
you're
you're
right.
fine.
I mean, what those guys do on TNT, that's legitimate. Neil, I think it's legitimate because of what you said. The rest of the time, you have guys up there carefully choosing their words.
Right, and it can't be that way.
I don't want to watch guys carefully choosing their words. Hey, guys, sometimes, and I tell this to young broadcasters all the time, okay? Sometimes you have to actually do your job. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it may hurt you, but if Jahmyr Gibbs has an awful game, you know what you have to say? Jahmyr Gibbs had an awful game. Like, that doesn't make you less of a fan. That you're not going to melt like the Wicked Witch of the West, okay? And it's just people get. I don't want to offend anybody. It's your
job.
It's your job.
People don't want to lose the relationships too, because that's a big part of media too. Like relationships.
That's a huge part of it. It is. It's a huge part.
Out of nowhere in the Woodward Sports chat thread, Art Vandelay, American Gladiators was sweet.
American Gladiators was sweet.
Yes, it was.
Randall Smalls with the super chat.
Yes, and this is going to be a great segue, Spenny. Randall Smalls. Sam said earlier the Wings aren't ready to contend. I disagree. A goalie can always get hot. What say you? Randall, we're going to touch on that.
Shout out Alex Lyon, you psychopath.
Tell him about Sabbath Coffee.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters, delicious locally roasted specialty coffee dropped off right at your doorstep. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com is where you go to subscribe and have, come on, I say this every time. Support local companies. Support Michigan companies. Sabbath Coffee Roasters is a Michigan company, so support them at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well,
Why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. The very best Detroit sports wearables collection in the game today. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. All revamped, all new merch out there. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network on a Nickel Package Friday, on a Bourbon Friday. Shout out Varchest for hooking it up, by the way. We're working our way through that supply. We still got a couple left, but they gave us the good-ish. They did. All their wine, finished casks and everything like that. It's been very, very delicious. What?
Shout out Super Chat, Motown Sports. 20 banger in there.
Hey.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's get to that. You want to jump the line in the chat? Go ahead and fire away with the Super Chat. Motown Sports 89 feeling generous today. Just hit 14 years of active duty in the Army. Go Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, and Lions.
Thank
Motown
you for your
Sports,
service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know I'm a big Army guy.
That's a
right
fact.
here.
Yeah.
You know that. No one celebrates the service academies like I do.
That is
That's
true.
a fact.
Some people even hate on them.
They do.
They hate America.
Terrorist.
Yep.
They're called terrorists.
Ben Johnson.
Anybody? More on that later.
Yeah.
Osama bin Johnson.
Thank you
Osama
for your
Ben
service,
Johnson.
Motown Sports.
Real quickly, too, I did want to put this out there. There has been a Dan Lanning sighting at Harper Woods High School, according to my sources. So Dan Lanning, coach of Oregon, in the recruiting circles. I know that they have a wide receiver that's gotten offers from Alabama and Vanderbilt.
We played Harper Woods my senior year.
What's that?
We played Harper Woods my senior year.
Yeah?
They beat us 46-22.
Okay.
Yeah, at least we put up some points.
Yeah, at least you scored some points, man, no doubt. So my guess would be that's who they're after. But, Dan Lanning is after, but there's that. So who said that high school football's dead in Michigan, Sean?
I see it each and every week, and I'm telling you, you guys, pay attention. Especially, it wasn't that long ago where, to use a Neil Rule quote, I was told that those stars all guaranteed future success. It wasn't that long ago that we lived that life. But, Neil, every weekend I see outstanding talent. And take a look at the talent going elsewhere. Before it was, all right, we're going to go to the Big Ten schools. And guys are going to Alabama. Guys are going to Oregon. Guys are going to...
Well, Oregon is Big Ten now, Sean. Come on now. Big Ten.
But you know what
Love
I
it
mean?
or leave it.
Going out. But it like, Neil, honestly, it is... the secret's out. This state is really producing some high-caliber players now. It really is.
Real quick, we'll clean this up in the chat, too. Michael Powell, can we stop saying the national media isn't paying attention? He came in 4th in the media voting. Well, Michael, that's been a recent phenomenon. And low-key, you got to give the Pistons org a lot of credit, too, because they did the media tour.
They've been marketing him.
Yep, no doubt.
It was like My Player, like on 2K. It was literally like a My Player season. Like, oh, you go on TNT now. Oh, you have an ESPN interview.
Yeah.
You're doing a sit-down with Funny Marco. Like,
No, I'm happy. You got to be happy for him,
extremely happy. He deserves it.
Because it's been him against the world.
Yeah.
And he's gonna change his franchise.
He's fought through a lot. He's fought through losing seasons. He's fought through Killian Hayes as his opposite lead guard, having a terrorist as a head coach. Like,
He beat the allegations.
Now he's here, and he deserves it, man.
You know what's funny, though? This kind of comes back to something we were talking about earlier, because not that long ago, people were killed around here for saying, I think there's a next level, and there has to be a next level with Cade Cunningham. And nobody ever talks about it after the fact, okay? But, hey, listen, it was okay to say, hey, man, if you're taking number 1 overall, we're going to need more than that.
And remember, ESPN had him ranked as the 64th best player in the NBA to start the season.
Right.
Never forget.
Right. And so, I mean, and it was funny because it was almost like the Hutch thing, right? Like, as good as Hutch was, you were like, I think there's another level there. I'd like to see another level. And gosh damn it, we saw the other level. And somehow, some way, people take that as like a negative. Oh, you're just a hater. No, I'm not a hater. But now, Spenny, to your point, is it safe to say, yes, we did watch this guy take a huge step in the last couple of years? So it's like people just look to cry, and sometimes you just got to do your job. It's not Legoland. Not everything is awesome. Okay, we're not singing around, running around singing that song. And when a guy gets there, that's when you acknowledge it.
Shout out Mark Spears, because he was like first on this. As soon as Mark Spears talked about it, dude, everything popped off. So shout out to him. All right, Red Wings last night, big win, and we talked about it in the super chat earlier from Rando Smith that said Flannel earlier said the Wings aren't ready to contend. I disagree. Now, Sean, here's the deal. I would say define contend.
There it is.
Number one, define contend.
First things first.
First things first. I'm the illest. All right. So with that being said, Sean, you have to define contend. And I will say this, and it's going to happen. They're going to cross compare. The people are going to cross compare Pistons, Red Wings, because they're in very similar stops, very similar exits on the freeway right now. They are. The difference is with the Red Wings, when you get in the NHL playoffs, you get a lottery ticket. Now, some lottery tickets, you get more lottery tickets than others. Some teams get in with just one lottery ticket. But they get a lottery ticket and they draw the numbers every round. And sometimes your number comes up and teams advance. In the NBA, it's different. There are 5 teams that can win a championship in the NBA. That's it. But I think that the goal and the outcome would be very similar for both teams in that if they do make the playoffs, that's a step. It'll be viewed as a step. But the Red Wings, Sean, if you get in, lightning in a bottle can happen. They can win a round. They can win 2 rounds. I'm not prepared to say they, quote, can't contend. Now, am I going to bet my kid's college fund on them winning the Stanley Cup? I am not. But with that being said, man, it's a giant lottery. NHL playoffs are a giant lottery.
I've seen it way too many times. I've seen terrible teams come this close to winning a Stanley Cup. There are so many teams that come to my mind just meandered their way through the regular season. I remember, Neil, when we were kids, Mario Lemieux's first cup, they beat an awful Minnesota North Stars team in the Stanley Cup Finals. A team that, go back, they were terrible.
I forgot that they did beat the North Stars.
That was Mario's first cup. Hell, the Habs. Remember that run that the Habs made in 2021? Mm-hmm. It was miraculous.
Illogical.
I make the joke all the time. Carey Price woke up one morning and he slipped and fell and he banged his head. And when he woke up, he thought it was 2015. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, he looked like prime Carey Price. He did. You could hear Season of the Witch playing. Because, he really wasn't the same after he had his knee blown out. He wasn't the same. And all of a sudden, there was a magical, 2-month period where it was like, wow, Carey Price might be the second best goaltender in the world right now, behind Vasilevsky. So I'll go with your thing. Define compete. If compete is just making the playoffs, I think they have a pretty darn good chance to make the playoff. I do. And I didn't think that way a month and a half ago.
I didn't think that way 8 days ago.
No, no doubt about that. I think that, you know what I'd call it, though, and I know nobody wants to hear it, I'd say it's around a 50% chance, because there are too many other teams that are having this exact same conversation right now, in wherever they may be. In Ottawa, in Boston, in Montreal, in Columbus. They're having this exact same conversation, and in varying degrees of heat. Now, if your definition of compete is win a couple playoff rounds, I think you're out of your mind. Sorry, I do. I don't think that they have the goaltending. I think you have to look at.
But you'll admit they have the lottery ticket.
Yeah,
right?
they have.
If you're in, you got the lottery ticket.
Yeah, but again. I think Cam Talbot has been Cam Talbot his whole career. That doesn't mean that he can't be good Cam Talbot and bad Cam Talbot. And we have lived the Alex Lyon experience just in his time here. Look, he's going to look really good for a while, okay? But at some point in time, the gas kind of runs out. And you saw it happen with Florida before they won the cup, and Bob came back in and said, hey, thanks for keeping the seat warm. Now I got this. We saw it happen in his time with Detroit, where he kind of listen. Go back a year ago. I think there was about a month and a half span where I found myself saying, if it wasn't for Alex Lyon right now, this could be really bad. Okay, and then Alex Lyon kind of became Alex Lyon
again. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you remember, that's when the offense started kicking, and that's when Larkin in particular got hot. But to see either one of those guys, especially let's say they face Vasilevsky in a playoff series, who you got?
Well, we'd all know the answer.
Yeah, but and that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to piss on anybody's parade, but compete, yeah. Win a couple playoff series, you guys know it. Come on. And it's okay. And everybody's going to yell at me, and that's okay too. I hope I'm wrong so you can go, you're an idiot, don't ever talk hockey again. Not that I've ever heard that in my life.
It's just, Sean, like last night, the juice last night. And it's...
The young guys.
Well, yeah. And Spenny, that's what it is. Here's my takeaway from last night, Sean. It's not that I guarantee they're going to make the playoffs, or I guarantee they're going to win a playoff series, or they can contend for the Stanley Cup. It's not that. It's tangible. Like, where are all the Yzerman bashers? Mm-hmm. Where are all the talking point people? Where are all the, year 6 people? Despite the fact that he took over at year -2. Where are all those people? Because you're seeing it. And if you can't see this, then I can't help you.
No, I think that's absolutely fair. And, it's funny we're having this conversation, and who's Edmonton's goaltender? Stu Skinner has been the much maligned.
Yeah.
I laugh at Stu Skinner. I told these guys in a text last night. The Stuart Skinner experience is hysterical to me. Mm-hmm. Stuart Skinner is also a guy that took the Oilers that close. And you know what? Before you say he was riding the coattails, if you say that, you're also telling me you didn't watch the Stanley Cup playoff.
He was playing very well.
He got right. Man, he got right. So when you do that, you're like, well, does Lyon have a kind of run like that in him? Like Stuart Skinner did? Does Talbot have a run like that, like Stuart Skinner did? That was a good win, and we'll have more on it on the nickel package. But as I told you guys last night, to me, to get down 2-0 in the span of 10.5 minutes and come firing back, that's a gut check. That's a character check. I think there's more character and spine on this team than maybe we give it credit for.
And George Rebo in the Woodward Sports Chat said this young defense played very well last night against McJesus. They rallied after they saw Lyon was in the game to keep them in the game. Let's go Red Wings. And Aljo has been lights out. Like, Aljo has been so good defensively for the Red Wings. He's getting better and better every game he plays. And it's like, surprise, surprise, this young, highly touted defensive prospect is playing better than Hall or Petrie when he's getting 20 minutes a game. Like, look at that.
Stunner.
You put him next to Edvinsson instead of Gustafsson or Petrie, and he's playing much better than Gustafsson or Petrie. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, and it makes Sider look better, too.
Exactly. And much like you put your 20-year-old stud prospect center on the first line, and look at he's been the best rookie in the NHL since he's been there in Marco Kasper. It's crazy that these concepts work.
They call me a madman.
When you take a guy that's projected to be a top 6 forward on your team and put him on the 4th line with Christian Fischer, he's not going to play well. You put him with Larkin and Raymond, and he's playing well. Crazy, Newsy. Crazy that shit like that works. It's literally simple things. Like, there is no way on God's green earth Marco Kasper should have played any game in the NHL on the 4th line. He's a top 6 guy. If he was ready for the NHL, you put him in the top 6. And look at that. It works out.
Chris, I didn't know if when you said Christian Fischer, it sounds like a purse line.
Yeah.
The Macy's exclusive. The Christian Fischer.
You know what the point of that is, Spenny, and this is why I think sometimes management takes a lot of shit for stuff like this, because I think what you just said is spot on. Here's the problem. If I have young Chase is our we've been talking about Chase for 2 years, but I can only give him 9-10 minutes a game, okay? It doesn't do him any good to be here.
No.
I'd rather Go get your
get
minutes
25.
in Grand Rapids. You're really close. You're really close. But you know what? We want you here when you can get your minutes and you deserve your minutes and everything. I don't understand languishing a guy on a fourth line and giving him limited minutes. Because if anything, it's a detriment to his development.
It hurts them.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a detriment.
And
it hurts their
you
thought
speed everything up
process.
too, because you're like, shit, I'm only getting 9 minutes. I got to make something happen. I got to.
And like, oh fuck, I'm finally in NHL. I'm playing with Christian Fischer and Joe Veleno. Like, great. Is this what it's gonna be? And his eye. It must have felt like he was handcuffed after he went from playing with Christian Fischer and Joe Veleno to playing with Larkin and
He
Raymond.
was like Andy Dufresne in the rain.
He was born anew.
He was just like,
yeah. Because also, Justin put out a great tweet yesterday running down the numbers. Lucas Raymond is a top 5 wing in the NHL, and he's 22 years old.
It is, and we're not conditioned to think that way.
No.
We're not. And damn, we're behind the break. We're behind the 8 ball
know
already
it's
for Nickel.
Friday,
I know it's Friday, dude. The most electric shows. Can I make one point? And we're not going to react to it. We're just going to get to the break because we got to get the nickel packages cooking because we got the bourbon cooking, and it's Friday. Sean, does Cam Talbot give you Jared Goff vibes? That man was in the All-Star game last year.
Do you want me to, am I allowed to answer?
Yeah.
You told me not to. No.
Okay.
No.
Because I felt like he was kind of discarded.
He's better than Ville Husso, I'll tell you that. That's not hard, though.
What I'm using as a comparison, can he play to the level that Jared Goff has played at?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, I just wanted that out there.
I think at this point in his career, you have to consider what he's been, what age he is. No. No.
Okay, I just feel like the storyline's kind of similar. All right, we
no,
move on.
I understand what you're saying, but see, Goff was a really, really good quarterback, and this is what pissed me off about a few years ago. I can admit I was wrong, and I have admitted I was wrong. I thought the guy was done. Why can't you acknowledge it? He was a hot plate of garbage. Mm-hmm. He was a hot plate of garbage his last year, really year and a half in St. Louis in his first year here. But he was already at a level, Neil. I don't think anybody has looked at Cam Talbot at that level.
And
he's been good in the past, but I think especially at his age now. And this is something I know we talked a lot about it in the summer. Boy, we're flying over.
Yeah.
Steve loves to grab that guy and see what he can get out of that
Squeeze.
guy. Let me see if I can wring any. You forget he made a magical run with, remember this name? Dwayne Rollerson.
Mm-hmm.
And it was years after Dwayne Rollerson was
Dwayne
Dwayne Rollerson, right? And he made a magical run down in Tampa with that. So that's one of Steve's tendencies. If his guy isn't there yet, his Bishop or his Vasilevsky, let's go get a veteran guy and see if we can wring a little something out of him. Do I think that Talbot's that guy? No. I mean, I can't sit here and say definitively that I'm right, but I don't think so.
And I love Lyon. Love what he was on his head last night. 44 saves. Blanked him in the shutout for sure. I'm excited to see Talbot and Kosa as the 1-2 next year. Because Lyon, Husso, Campbell, all free agents. I think Talbot could teach Husso or Kosa a lot going forward.
All right, Planet Fitness, everybody. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios, the best gym in the gym game, over 50 Metro Detroit locations. And for me, I'll never be a member at another gym. I've been a member there over 3 years. There can't be a gym better. There especially is not a gym better for $24.99 a month for a black card option where you can go anywhere inside Planet Fitness to any Planet Fitness in the world and use a hydro massage, all of it. They have clean locker rooms, clean facilities. There's a consistency to all the clubs as well. I don't get it. Some people want to pay more money to lift weights that weigh the same. That's not me, and I'm guessing that's probably not you as well. You've been talking about it. Stop talking about it. Be about it. Go to planetfitness.com. Pull in the parking lot on the way home. Like, guys, we got to do it, man. PlanetFitness.com. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs. Like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsAndSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
1800 Tequila, the official tequila of the Detroit Lions. You see they got the cool Lions theme bottle there. You can go get those in stores near you today. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest taste in tequila. And as always, please drink responsibly.
All right. Back at it. Big D Energy, Nickel Package Friday, Bourbon Friday as well. DNC ENT, what nickel package gets left off because we are out of time? Tigers, minus 200. Pistons, minus 150. Sports Media, plus 300. Wings, plus 500. You read the room, DNC ENT. I'll give you that.
That was great, dude.
It's a safe bet on the time.
That's one of the greatest texts in the history
That's
of this
a great
network.
text,
that's
dude.
fire.
Can we find that on our app, too? Can we find that? Seriously?
DNC ENT, Lions, plus 1 million. You ready for the Lions nickel package?
There you go.
Rip those tickets out.
All right. First question of the Lions nickel package. What position do you want to see them get in the first round?
Without having done a deep dive into the draft, without knowing how the lay of the land is, for me right now, on principle, if I can get the best center,
Okay. ...
I'll go edge.
I'm gonna continue.
I think there are a ton. Now this is one of my favorite bits. I don't know. I've probably played this bit with you.
I only want the best center.
Okay. No, I respect that. This is one of my favorite bits. What mock drafts look like right now on January 30th and the reality of drafts 2 months from now. Like, seriously, I tell people this all the time. Pull a mock draft, save it, and then study it again. When after the Underwear Olympics and then when the real draft happens, it's amazing how different they are. I just think there are a plethora of edges that fall in that area where the Lions are going to be. You could go to Texas A&M. You could go to Marshall. You could go to Ohio State. I would go edge. Fellas. What about you?
You can never have enough edge rushers. I will always say edge, and then you just look at what happened to Marcus Davenport, what happened to Hutch, what happened to Josh Paschal. Like, you always need edge rusher depth, so I'm always going to go edge.
What do you got, Spenny?
Yeah, I'm going edge too.
Yeah, I know you are, because more on that later.
All
right.
Second question of the Lions nickel package. Does the coaching discourse concern you?
Define concern. I know that's like our always.
I love define.
What do you
You're
mean
right,
by,
It's such a great segment.
What do you mean by discourse?
Just like the changeover, I would assume that Spenny's talking about. Like the change. It's like
It's normal.
I know I got murdered on Instagram the other day. I mean, like, ran over, backed up, ran over, brought in a semi, ran over, backed up, got a cement truck, ran over, because dare I said, I don't expect the same linear result as last year. So I guess if I'm going to keep it 100, I got to say it mildly concerns me because you're not going to be at peak efficiency week one. It's crazy. That's crazy. Like, there is going to be a bit of a curve, like any person in the world that works at any job that walks into said new job on their first day. That's absurd of me, I know.
How could you?
So from that
Why
perspective,
do you hate the Lions?
From that perspective, it concerns me relative to that. Just that it's not going to be business as usual, that there will be a learning curve.
Do you know how good it felt for me to say that to somebody else? Because I've had that said to me so many times. Why do you hate the Lions? Neil, I totally get where you're coming from. I'm with you. Again, sorry, I hate to say this 2 years in a row. The end result is Super Bowl. Period. And I keep coming back to this as well. Do you trust Brad Holmes? Do you trust Dan Campbell? They've made their decision. Cool. I don't think everything's going to be hunky-dory in week one, as you said.
Right.
We're going to be running at peak efficiency, okay? And it might look different. the way they run this offense in particular might look different than the way that to me, this is a results-oriented business. We can talk about all the bells and whistles all we want and all the great memories that Ben Johnson gave us before he became a terrorist. Spenny, that's to you.
Osama
but
Ben Johnson.
You know what? That'll all be cute and dandy, and I'll pinch his little cheek like the Vikings if the Lions win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Won't mean a damn thing to me.
But once again, I keep saying the Lions are not exclusive to this, y'all. You are one of those teams in the NFL.
Bam.
Everybody wants a piece of you, including your coaches. And, just like we losing coaches, you look at what Dan Campbell is doing to the Denver Broncos right now. We are literally taking everybody from the Broncos. So this is just the way of life in the NFL. I'm not sweating over it. They've earned the cachet to be able to trust them. So,
Next question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. Outside of Davis and Zeitler, who is your most important free agent to re-sign?
You guys are probably going to laugh at this one, and it's way off the board.
we might have the same one. Go ahead.
DNC, no, this is way off the board.
Okay.
DNC ENT, this could be your plus 5,000 ticket that cashes right now. Of those listed, of the free agents they have, I think for me, and again, it's all price dependent, but based on like last year's salary, Craig Reynolds.
I'm not mad.
Real talk, because there will be attrition at the running back spot. There is every year.
Yeah.
There is every year. Dave Montgomery's missed games every year.
And every time you put him in a spot, he showed up.
He shows up. Like,
I'm not
saying he's David Montgomery, and I'm not saying he's Jahmyr Gibbs. But you know what he is? What he's advertised to be.
Yeah.
And he does the role, and he does the job, and he affects winning. He's never going to get the credit, but when he's out there, he makes a play. He does. He always does. And did he not, when he had to fill in for Montgomery, did he not fill in a Montgomery-esque fashion?
Absolutely.
For $1 million, dude.
Yep.
So that's it for me, Sean.
That's not. I'll go Derek Barnes. Derek Barnes.
Okay.
I think he's got a role with this team in particular the Sam aspect of things. I'm not gonna crap on you for that. I think people. Oh, Neil, you're trying to be the smartest man in the room. No, I get your logic behind it, but I'll go Derek Barnes.
Mine would be Dan Skipper. And you really need offensive tackle depth. And every time Dan Skipper has stepped in, he's had his struggles, but 80% to 90% of the time, he stepped into that role and performed beautifully. So.
He's basically the Craig Reynolds of the offensive line.
There you go.
Like,
And
it's the same concept.
That's why I didn't switch
same
on Craig
salaries.
Reynolds. Yep.
Like, and you need those guys, dude. You just do. Next down.
Next down, next question of the Detroit Lions nickel package. Way too early, over under 12.5 wins.
Oh, man.
Under.
I'll go under 2.
12.
Yeah, you know what?
Maybe 11, but 12.
I was going to say 11. Let me.
Yeah.
I'll say 11, but I'm also going to say again, I like their chances for a deeper run next year, and I'm deadly serious.
So am I.
There is no.
Why do you hate the Lions?
There is no
Why do you hate the
possible
Lions?
way those injuries can happen like they did this year. It's impossible. So I think people might go, "Oh, what's going on? We're going in the wrong direction. We're 11-6." And then the Lions go and win 3 playoff games.
In the chat, lots of love for Tim Patrick to be re-signed. Alex Cobb.
That's not a bad one.
Too much. Too expensive.
Yeah. We create these
He's going to get like $6 million a
these
year.
third receiver guys. Like, that's your arc, man.
It's the same thing that happened to Josh Reynolds.
Well,
Yeah.
and that you
Josh Reynolds
nailed
outpriced
it.
himself.
If you can do something smart, great. If not, I'm sorry. I can get the next Tim Patrick in the 5th round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And backing up to that, Alex Cobb in the chat. Shout out Alex Cobb, expecting big things out of you this
Shout
year.
out.
Oh, stop.
He says Tom Kennedy.
Hey,
There you go.
TK85.
Bring him
Can you
home.
guys
Put him in.
Put him in.
Can you guys put that to bed, please? I'm begging you now.
Are we going to run the bet back with Flannel?
can you-
One
Yeah,
catch?
you might as well.
One catch?
Brad, do it. Make him the third receiver. He won't disappoint. Do
it.
To quote Cole Trickle, he won't make a fool out of you.
Can I push back a little bit on the win-loss thing? I'll go over, but only by a game, 13. But we thought the same thing this year. No possible way the Lions can go over 12 games. They won 12 last year. This division is going to be harder. Their schedule is going to be harder. They popped out 15, y'all, in the face of injury.
This road schedule's insane.
I get it.
It is.
And
It's insane.
To Neil's point, there's always the two teams that, they're going to be very, very good that aren't very good.
But you're
and there's
not
always the
getting the
loser teams, too.
AFC South this year, man.
It also goes the other way, too. There's always a team or two that, ooh, where'd that come from?
True. But
They're
the
kinda
4
cute.
losses, I feel like that's
I'm with you,
I
KG.
can't wait
I'm
to
going
hear people
13.
cry about 11-6 too.
Yeah.
Like, because you know it's going to happen. People are going to cry about 11-6, and like for me, it's like I just get me to the dance, man.
yeah.
All right, 5th down.
Final question. Do you care about the Pro Bowl?
No.
Absolutely not. Go to hell.
Okay,
Forever.
everybody says no. Let's get to the break then. Winter blast.
Winter blast.
Sorry to do that to you. I'm trying to get us back on. I don't want DNC ENT's big bomb parlay hitting, all right?
It's all right. It's all right. Winter blast. Winter blast. Woodward Sports is live at the Winter Blast today. It is today. Ermanni and Edwards will be there. Make sure you go check it out. It is also going until February 2nd, but it starts today in downtown Royal Oak. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz will be down there from 2 to 4. Don't miss events including free ice skating, spectacular ice sculptures, live music and heated tents, marshmallow roasting, food trucks galore, and thrills from a 300-foot zip line. All the best. Admission is free. For more info, go to winterblast.com or go down there today in the mean streets of Royal Oak.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Soaring Eagle Casino. That is right, the exclusive sponsor of the Winter Blast as well. But folks, don't forget, football's big game is right around the corner. Make sure you're ready to get the most out of your favorite sports with the best sports book made in Michigan for Michigan. Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. You can fund your account online with cash. You don't need to link up a credit card or a bank account, and you get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, and they'll kick in 50 free spins on their online casino as well. What are we talking about, guys? Come on now. Visit playeagle.com and download the Eagle Casino and Sports app today. Look for the Eagle Casino and Sports app for Android and Apple users.
Some breaking news per Sham Sharanya. Detroit Isaiah Stewart has been suspended 1 game for his 6th flagrant foul point of the season. That's what happens.
Yeah, I know that shit.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Apparently Tyrese Halliburton was suspended from the All-Star game this year.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
burn. Ooh, shimmy again, bro. You'll have a lot of time to shimmy All-Star weekend because you ain't going to be busy.
Oh! Maybe we'll do the skills challenge.
Oh,
Neil.
yeah, maybe. Huh?
Yeah.
Hit that bounce pass, bro,
Yeah.
into the net. Tell me more.
I know, right?
He's like villain number 1 to me, man.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
like
Unless the
him. I
Pacers hire me next year,
I really
then I'll be
despise
all
his
right.
ass.
He's a smug little bitch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're long overdue
tough
for
guy.
like Detroit's greatest villain list.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be one of our nickel packages next week.
Hell yeah.
Detroit's greatest villain.
Detroit's greatest villains today. Current.
Current.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy in the chat. It's all good. We got the best QB in the league. Neil will tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I know. And I can't wait. And if there's a big game with huge stakes on the line, like legacies, and y'all want to give the ball to one guy, it's going to be Josh Allen. Because no one goes four downs and out like Josh Allen does when it all matters the most. Tell me more about those sick runs and the mobileness of them.
Sick run.
Nobody goes punt, field goal, while the other team goes touchdown, like Josh Allen does.
We have seen that. You showed it to me the other day.
Sick, bro. Sick. All right. What?
There's a lot of hatred in this building today, and I don't know why.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's, you know what? Maybe it's because like January's finally over. This wretched month, the worst month in the history of months. Is that
Yes.
it?
It could be.
There's a
How
lot.
did dry January go for everyone?
Yeah, I hope it was a good January. This wretched month does this, and I don't know why Easy hates the Lions.
Official and breaking. This is from Rachel Hopmeyer. the absolutely baller investor group putting together for Detroit's WNBA bid.
Hey.
So Detroit put a bid on a WNBA team. It consists of Tom and Holly Goris, Sheila Ford Hamp and Steve, Jared and Christian Goff, General Motors, Mary and Tom Barra, Grant and Tamia Hill, Chris Weber, Arn and Nancy Tellum.
Holy
That's
shit.
That is a lot.
It's happening. It's happening. Let me hit the buzzer for that.
Congratulations and welcome to Detroit.
Bring the shock back. That's all I want. Just call him the shock. That's
That
all
is
I
an
want.
absolute lock. Wow.
The shock are back.
That is an insane
Mary
group.
Barra's involved in that too?
Yep.
Yeah.
May as well get Eminem in there.
Yeah, like, for real. All in Detroit. You got Gores and Sheila on the same ownership
The
group?
Soroki family, they're going to
Yeah.
Tell me a league that's going to say no to
Penske's
that.
not in there.
You
right?
can't. That's too
Mr.
much
Penske, I'm in.
Just write the check, bro. It's over.
Tell me a league that's going to say no to that.
That is the Detroit Sports Avengers.
We're going to get some shawarma when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring the shock home. Bring them home.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
all
what
I want. Just call them the shock. That's it.
Yes. Skydog 722. Neil, I'll see you in Allen, and I'll raise you a love. Mike O. Neil loves a dude rolling out with 4 turnovers in a playoff game. I know. I love Josh Allen too.
I do love Josh Allen. I'm not going to lie.
I do too.
But
Yeah,
facts
it's
are
hard
mean.
not to.
They are. Facts are mean. Whether people want to.
In every big moment he's ever had, he's failed.
Facts are mean. What do you want? I think part of it is we're all living in the Mahomes era. Like, I think that's part of it.
Well, I was
There's
told.
no doubt about it.
Well, Goff didn't win a Super Bowl either by that same texter. I was told that before, but he lost to Tom Brady.
We're all living in the
At least he
Mahomes
made
era.
one.
Like the sooner we accept it, the better.
Yeah.
We're living in the Mahomes
Everything
era.
you can say about Josh Allen, everything that you say about Jared Goff, I can say about Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Literally everything. See that, and that's all it was, Sean. It's not to say, who's better or anything like that. It's to say the similarities are a lot closer than you think. That was the point of it all.
You know what's funny? I actually, to Skydog's point, I know a lot of people from the UP, and a lot of those people from the UP are Green Bay Packer fans. And I made a point to say, I'm not being the swarmy Lion fan, we're better than you, okay? I hope you know me better than that. That ain't my gig, okay? But Jordan Love, your thoughts. And to be honest with you,
Not even close.
almost across the board, they feel the way about Jordan Love that we do.
I was lied to.
Almost
Yeah,
across the board.
it's-
They're all worried
Yeah.
now. Like every one of them. And I presented it with, I premised it with, okay, you know me, I'm not that guy. Like, I'm not trying to take shots at you. But Jordan Love, where are you right now and where this guy's going? And almost every one of them feel the same. I don't fear him at all anymore.
Sam Flannel and Stick back to back. Josh Allen never once had 4 turnovers in a playoff game. Oh, you don't count turnovers on downs then? Because he does that on the regular. But that's okay, right? Like, what's the difference? What's the difference? Right? I mean,
You have to punch a ticket. It right or not is in contract. I said Dan Marino is one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Dan Marino never gets put in those conversations because he didn't punch a
because
ticket.
time will forget about you in much the same way. If Josh Allen never does it, time will forget about him. You may love him on your fantasy team. And again, you can say interception, turnover on downs, whatever. It's not a turnover, it is a turnover. Whatever. This is what happens to you. Time forgets about you. And you can go back through the box scores. Look at those games. Oh, well, it was against the Chiefs. Yeah, that's the bridge he's got to cross. Just like when Goff went to the Super Bowl, he couldn't get across the Brady-Belichick bridge. Kind of similar, isn't it? That's on my only point, Sean. Do you agree that there's a lot of similarities?
Yes, I said this. We talked about it. Like, Josh Allen is just a different breed, okay? Jared Goff is perfect for where he's at and what he has around him. I don't have a problem with it. I don't want to change the quarterback. I'm happy with Jared Goff here. And this is coming from a Josh Allen guy, okay? He's a different breed. He is a bulldozer, okay? Whereas we know this, if Jared is being protected, he takes out his surgical knife and he performs surgery on you. Precision surgery on you. So to me, it's I can't hold it against them because they happen to live in the same era as Patrick Mahomes. I can't hold it against him. But, Neil, there's more validity in what you said about history. I can't tell you the good quarterbacks, the Hall of Fame quarterbacks that nobody talks about because they didn't win.
Bingo.
Guys from you and I growing up, damn good quarterbacks. And, like, a conversation will come up and go, and this is a little bit before, Fran Tarkington, right? People go, who? Who? What are you talking about? But conversely, the flip side to that is, and this is why it's not a hard and fast rule, I don't hear anybody talking about Trent Dilfer being one of the greats of all time. You know? Trent Dilfer happened to be a passenger on one of the most absurd defenses ever. I don't hear Jeff Hostetler's name mentioned. I don't hear Nick Foles' name mentioned. Sometimes,
BDN.
like always, there are exceptions to the rule. But right now, whether we like it or not, this is the Mahomes era. It is. We're living in the Mahomes era.
On the heels
right
of the
now.
Brady era.
Right. It just, this is even more absurd. It is.
Rando Smalls in the super chat. Bold Tiger statement. Torque will be the starting first baseman at the All-Star game. Rando, you're a valued member of the community.
Wow.
You never like that. You never like that. If your name is mentioned in the chat,
Yeah.
and it's followed by you're a valued member of the community.
Wow.
I don't need to
Torque's not
say
gonna be
anymore.
the starting first
you know
baseman
what?
for the
In
Tigers.
fairness, he did premise it with bold.
That is bold.
That's bold.
That's bold.
He already lost his job. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
Owen Mullen in the super chat. And then we're going to go to the break and try to get back on the clock here.
It's not going to happen today.
The defensive talent is ridiculous. He didn't come through, plain and simple. If that was Goff, our fans would be calling for his head. It's hypocrisy. And yes, they would. And Owen, thank you for closing that statement. Why would this town be right
Did
now?
we call for Jared Goff's head last year?
They are this year.
Yeah, because he had 4 turnovers. Last year they lost, and he didn't come through, but it wasn't his fault, and nobody ragged on
I
him.
didn't hear anybody yet. That's a good point. I didn't hear anybody shitting on him after the Niners game.
and you shouldn't have. He played a good game.
He had a
It's
good playoff run.
They got the defense sucked in the second half, and it's this year he had 4 turnovers. That's why people are talking shit about him.
Third and 1. I don't care what anybody said. That's the play. 3rd and 1.
But it's nonsensical to me because then what's your move?
Oh, you can't move on. I'm not saying move
Yeah.
on.
No,
Nor is he.
Nobody's saying that.
Don't
No.
include
I'm
me
saying
in
maybe
it.
that's why the Bills fans aren't in that same crash out mode. Maybe they're a little more nuanced and they would say, or what?
Yeah.
All right, we're breaking. Here we go. All right, we'll come back with the NFL nickel package. Tell them about jars.
Jars Cannabis. Listen, if you're looking to chill on game day or to just, you could get a nice one that gets you going. You go do some work around the house. Jars Cannabis has everything you need. Top shelf quality, unmatched variety, and it's priced for the people. Listen, their staff, if you're new to cannabis, their staff will help you go out there and fix what you need or get what you need to get how you want to get. Get right with Jars. It's the best stuff in the game. If you're thinking cannabis, you should think Jars Cannabis because they are the best selection in Detroit.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule for New Holland Brewing and Taller, the Dutch long drink. It's my favorite drink.
That's
my
right.
favorite non-bourbon drink in the game. That's it. Like Sean Belizean approved. And Sean Belizean is as weathered and as tough as you can find. The man eats like raw smoked meat.
That's
like
a fact.
that. I mean, he does it.
He's a man's
True
man.
story.
He's a man's man. He's been through it all. He loves taller. I don't know what else.
He watches hockey.
He watches hockey.
Hole in the sock.
Yeah. He has
Real man.
holes in his socks.
I got holes in my socks.
And he loves taller. You'll love taller. It's the New Holland Small Batch Gin mixed with the grapefruit puree. Magic happens in that can. Everybody, I'm telling you, just go try it. Go to Total Wine. Just get the little 4-pack. Just do it, and it'll change your summer. I'm telling you guys. Taller from New Holland Brewing. Local Michigan company. Support those Michigan companies. Taller. Oh, it's just like that. It's hour number 2.
True steal. Listen. True story. So I got some over the holidays when my son was home, and he's coming back from Cali. So like he hit me up. He's like, Dad, can you get more of that taller drink? Yes, I can, son. Yes, I can. So I went and got like 3 different 4-packs. It's legit, guys.
Yeah.
It is. That's the one thing, like Neil, I miss our annual Sunday taller drinking sessions.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Lions a little bit.
Yeah.
I do. I miss that.
I do too.
That was a fun trip. That's another reason why I can't wait for next year to start, man.
Pure electricity. iHearter. Who doesn't eat smoked meat? No, exclusively.
Yeah.
No
Just
vegetables.
right.
No salads. No sides.
No.
Nothing else.
Nope.
Smoked meat, drinks taller,
Yeah.
and rye whiskey.
Listen, when the guys come over, it's like my wife will start talking about, what sides are you having? Get out of here with that side shit.
Yeah.
So she's the one that goes and does it all. Like it's like I have meat here and meat here and meat here and meat here. Your choice of meat. And then she'll bring in, well, you need some beans and you need some mac and cheese. Okay, you go handle that. I got the meat.
The cheese bread was good.
Did you like that cheese bread?
Yeah, it was good.
Mike G brings up a good point. Don't slam those Dragon's Milk. I forgot about Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's milk are dangerous.
Solid.
I enjoy them like everybody enjoys them. However,
Yep.
step lightly.
It's like the dripper.
It's like it's like 11% or 12%.
Yeah. You learn after your first time. Because the first time you have it, you just
Everyone
slamming that
pays a
shit.
price.
Yeah.
My first night at Coonan, I had 7 drippers.
Ooh.
That's aggressive.
I got carried to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7? Damn.
Oh, now I could put down 10 of them now.
All right.
Seasoned.
NFL
Might be
nickel
a problem,
package.
but-
We got to get it together. Here we go.
All right, first question of the NFL nickel package. How much will Sam Darnold be paid to play football next season?
This is going to sound absurd. And in my bones, I feel as though there'll be a franchise tag from the Vikings
I
on
do
him.
feel like that too.
Which is around $40 million.
Kirk Cousins.
Sean,
2.0.
tell me the difference. Okay, you're the Vikings. You have the greatest wide receiving core in the NFL, I was told.
They were told that.
I also had the same amount of yards as said greatest wide receiving core piece in the game against the Lions. We literally had 0 yards together, myself and Jordan Addison. If you had me on your prize picks or you had Jordan Addison, you got the same result. With that being said,
they could have strapped you up and sent you out there.
I wonder how much you would cost in daily fantasy. Probably like $2.
Probably, yeah, probably. You would have got the same return.
Same return.
All right, with that being said, though, Sean, no,
No, you know what? I got this. You know that scene in like Die Hard 3 where they make Bruce Willis put on the thing and send him to the hood?
Yeah.
I'd love to put him straight in the middle of like St. Paul.
Right.
I'm Neil Rule for Woodward Sports.
Yeah.
People just throwing shit at him.
I had as many yards as Jordan Addison in Week 17.
Those people would just annihilate him, man.
All right, Sean, answer the question, jerk.
I don't.
What's he gonna make?
He's probably going to be what you said. That's awful.
What's the move for the Vikings? What's the other move?
No, I don't know.
JJ McCarthy off knee surgery?
Listen, you can always find a sucker. You know, maybe there's a deal to be made, but gosh, you're probably right.
Fleeting EXP, $33 million. Like Randall Smalls, really? Who cares? Because it's a fascinating case study.
It is to me. It is.
That's fascinating.
He won't get a long-term contract. Even if he goes to another team, you're looking at maybe a 2-year deal.
A Geno deal.
Can we ask though? How much did he hurt himself late down the stretch?
A lot.
I don't think it's
honestly.
near as much as people think it is. I don't think it's near as much because leverage. Life's about leverage. and he's got the ultimate leverage with Minnesota. The ultimate leverage.
Does he? In the 2 biggest moments, you choked it off.
Now, and I would ask you this. Okay, put yourself in Minnesota's shoes, right?
Big pause.
You either do the Baker Mayfield-esque thing,
Yeah.
$90 million for 3 years,
Yeah, like
$85 million for 3 years, or do you say, I'm not really interested in that. How about this? We'll franchise you, and it's $40 million guaranteed.
I would do that. I mean, if I was Sam Darnold, I'd be like, please franchise tag.
Well, if you were the Vikings, which one of those would you do? I'd do the franchise.
They're going to
do
do it
franchise
because
tag.
they have a rookie quarterback already waiting in the wings. I can give him another year of development. We get you for a franchise
Coming
tag
off knee surgery.
Yeah, and call
See,
it a
Sean,
day.
life's about leverage.
They also have Daniel
you know what
Jones.
though? There's a sucker. I mean, think about the Jimmy Garoppolo stuff. I mean, there's a sucker born every day.
Shout out Matt Flynn.
You know, honestly, if somebody made a call and blew your mind, they thought that Sam Bradford, I mean Darnold, I love that bit.
I know,
I'm
you
sorry.
keep doing it.
I'm sorry. And they thought that, wow, you know, we're a Sam Darnold away from competing. Maybe
There are 3 teams in this league that think that right here, right now.
Who do you got? Who?
Yeah, I'm just saying on principle,
The Jets?
in general.
Yeah.
The Raiders,
The Jets.
the Jets, the Giants.
The Raiders shouldn't be one of those things, but I hear
But you get what I'm saying.
yeah, I get what you mean.
The names are immaterial.
No, the
The
Hey,
Steelers?
listen, what
The
about,
Steelers?
Hey, listen,
Nah,
how about
that's
the
one.
Colts?
Colts.
The Colts.
I mean,
Yeah.
at what point in time are they going to say this isn't happening? They
Yeah.
have to, right? They have
I don't
to.
know how many more 11 for 40s you need to see.
Right.
I saw one and saw enough.
Yeah.
But
First, they
whatever.
already benched him once, so.
All right, second down.
Second down, second question of the NFL nickel package. Is the Shrine Bowl the new combine?
I'm getting those vibes, man. Spenny, your guy from Marshall's ripping it up.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Shout out Reese's.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Green.
But Sean, it has. I think anything that involves the NFL draft will be the new combine. They need to invent another game. That's the week. That's
Junior
this
Bowl.
weekend. Yeah, like
Right.
they need to do one the week after the Super Bowl.
The transfer bowl.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah,
transferred to
100
the
transfer bowl.
whatever. Only people that can leave to go to the draft
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
transfer
The
bowl.
Porter Bowl.
That was
Porter
the secret not that long ago too, where people were talking about the Shrine Bowl, and I had some of the guys that I know. I know Bischoff's been on Woodward Sports many times. They were saying that they were getting just great information down at the Shrine Bowl, and a lot of times what happens down at the Shrine Bowl, and I think we know this now, is you start to see how a team feels about a particular player.
Hold on. Breaking news.
Yeah?
In the chat. Skull Beast. The Vikings fans are still in here.
Hey,
Wow.
Still in here.
I can't believe. Wow, really?
Sean.
There's no way he believes what he just
Darnold, a
said.
top 5 quarterback, his offensive line failed him. Now, I think he's trolling. I think he is.
he has to
but
be.
Sean, they're still here. All right, I'm
know,
sorry.
man.
Continue.
I'm a Kodiak guy anyway.
Yeah.
We've established that.
Was it?
No, you know what? Here, I'll show you right here. I'll pack a dip right now. If Jesse wouldn't,
shit.
Jesse would fire me. Yeah. I'm Sean Belicher for Kodiak. Listen, Neil, guys, you start to see teams fall in love with players. And you know how it is when you fall in love, okay?
Yeah.
It's not like you forget about it.
You're
right?
irrational.
Yeah, you're guys fall in love with players.
Yeah.
So if you see a lot of times, if you see the coaching staff down there, and I heard this from a few of the draft beatniks, if KG is sniffing around, say Green from Marshall, and taking him aside and doing private drills with him and stuff like that. Well, newsflash, he's not doing that out of the kindness of his heart.
Right.
Okay? He's not down there to say, all right, kids, we're going to make you better pros. No, he's doing that because he's thinking to himself, he would look good in the Honolulu blue.
Damn right.
Okay? And that's, so when you see that stuff, if you go down there, even if you see some of those clips, if you see a head coach or an assistant coach, a line coach, pull Neil Rule aside and they're off doing something to the side with him,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good tell, man. They aren't doing that out of the kindness of their heart.
Lunchbox hooligans. Neil, did his offensive line fail him when he played non-playoff teams? Ironically enough, they didn't. That's really weird. What'd you have, KG?
No,
real
I
quick?
was about to say, I'm not as familiar with the Shrine Bowl, but I thought the Senior Bowl had that title because you hear a lot of stuff about
Both.
the Senior Bowl,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Both.
They're going to add another one next
Yeah.
year that
Right.
will only be on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Right.
you guys, watch.
Netflix exclusive.
Next down.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. That's a good call.
Yes.
All right, next question. Shador Sanders says he won't work out at the Shrine Bowl and won't throw at the Combine. Is this a smart play?
Yes.
Yep.
Sean, I would never work
Why?
out.
Why?
The only thing that can happen is bad.
Yep. Worse than your draft stock.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't understand why anybody, if you're a top 10 pick,
No.
why would you ever do it?
And more importantly, you're probably the first quarterback off the board, more than likely.
I think especially for quarterbacks. So to your point, KG, especially for if Neil, I'm not arguing with you that if I'm a top 10 guy, why would? But especially quarterbacks.
Right.
Like
My tape is out there. I'm good.
What were you hoping to accomplish?
Yeah.
Like I tell my kids, what were you hoping to accomplish?
Yeah.
There's nothing but bad that would come from that.
Would you still do a pro day, or do you just gnaw on the pro day too?
If I'm a top 10 pick, no, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Look at my tape.
You can doctor the pro day though.
Well, I mean, I would do what I'm good at.
I got you, yeah.
i.e., if I were a receiver and I'm like fast.
But if you don't do the combine, that's like a negative mark. I give him a pro
Do
day because I
backflips
can
and
control the pro day.
Hit the ceiling with the football.
yeah, hit the gritty.
That worked for him.
Yeah.
It worked for Anthony Richardson. That pro day shot him up a couple of
I
notches.
told you can facilitate the pro day.
Yeah,
So,
you can play to your strengths.
Yeah.
I would play to my strengths. I would do that. Next down.
Next question: Cliff Kingsbury is going to stay with the Washington Commanders as their OC. What do you think this means for the Durs?
I think it's good.
Durs.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think Cliff Kingsbury, man, I think he's good, man. He's
As
a
an OC?
bright offensive mind.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready to be a head coach. I think that was he wasn't ready to be a head coach. I don't think at this level. I really don't. I was a fan of his when he was a quarterback in that system. I mean, he learned from the masters,
No doubt.
Yeah.
And he got to cut his teeth a little bit in college football. I'm not sure he was quite ready for it. He'll be all the better for it after he does this. Hey, guess what? Okay, if they are able to replicate their success that they had this past year, next year, guess what? Teams are going to be knocking on Washington's door just like they knocked on
have to.
Detroit's
They
door.
already have.
They have
Right?
to.
They have to.
He made things happen for the Cardinals. He just couldn't get over the hump once the calendar flipped to November.
Yeah.
Like they were good. They were like a good
Yeah,
team.
they was okay. They
Kyler
was in
got
the hunt.
hurt.
It was in the hunt.
Yeah, I like Cliff Kingsbury. That's a moral of the story. What do we have? Fifth down.
Fifth down. Fifth question: What if the Bears took Jaden Daniels?
Be a problem.
That's a good question. Who
That
came
is
up
a
with
good question.
The
Was
Athletic.
it-
Yeah, I mean, I came up with it, but I took it from the Athletic.
The Vikings.
I'm honest about things, unlike some stations here.
How different would this year be?
The Vikings wouldn't have won 14 games. No
yeah,
doubt.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Neither would the Commanders.
Yeah.
But okay, guys, let's not forget the Bears had an awful line as well. Mm-hmm. So would Jaden Daniels have been Jaden Daniels?
He's a better runner of the football than Caleb, though.
Sure,
so
but
he
would
can
he-
thrive in
but-
that.
But what
Also
about
didn't
if you're
have
running
Cliff-
for your life?
We're
you don't have
not
Cliff
talking
Kingsbury.
all-world Jaden Daniels if he's in Chicago.
And Spenny brought up a great point. What was that?
You don't have Cliff Kingsbury.
That's
No.
a fact.
That's
yeah.
a factor.
It is.
A better team, but I don't think it's as better as maybe people
The
think it
Commanders
to
were a much better situation for him to fall into.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin,
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury.
I still
A better
can't
offensive
believe
line.
that
Yeah, Dan
6
Quinn.
months ago
Chicago had a horrible
we
coach.
had people, living, breathing organisms saying, look out for the Bears.
Yeah.
Like that was real. We
Nick
lived
Wright
that.
said they were going to win the Super Bowl.
I
That's
had
crazy.
to fend them off with a sword. I'm like, guys, they called me a madman
They did.
because I said that quarterback's nowhere near good enough. And every time I saw him in college, every time he was in a tough spot, he folded.
And cried.
Honest to goodness, I sometimes I say to myself, and mark my words, it's going to happen again this year. Are you new to this? Number one, more often than not, rookie quarterbacks struggle. Okay, you can bring up Jaden Daniels, you can bring up C.J. Stroud, I can bring up 50. Okay, number two, okay, Hard Knocks is made for television. Like they want to suck you in.
Yeah.
And people fall for it every freaking year, man.
Hey, the Bears are still eligible for Hard Knocks.
I'm telling you what, I think these Giants are going to be pretty good this year. You should put some money on them. Wow. Every year that shit
well, it's not like
happens.
Saquon's going to run for 2,000 yards.
Never.
well,
Nobody's
we're-
going to give him
I
that
wonder who's going
contract.
to do Hard Knocks this year.
Do we have another one or no?
Nope.
Oh, we're done. Damon Dice in the chat.
Oh, shit,
Damn, the
Bears
Bears
fan.
have a high first-round pick, 2 high seconds, a high third, and a comp pick. Yes, they do. Hey, I told you guys, both things can be true. I told you guys 2 years ago, remember? I said they flushed financially, they got a ton of cap space, and then they did the trade, and they got a ton of draft capital. But it's weak at the top. They went all in on Caleb Williams, and it's not gonna work. He's gonna bring it all down, and that's what I was waiting on, because that's what the Bears do every single time. Mark White.
Mark White, if you're looking to buy or sell your home, Mark White should be your first choice. You can save it to $5,000 your closing costs. Visit him at markwhitesells.com or call him at 248-290-8242. Mark White will get you in your dream home today. Mark White should be your first choice if you're looking to buy or sell your home.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for FeldmanAuto.com. They've been in the game since 1996. They've been a part of Detroit since 1996. They do great work in the community with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, all of that. And that's great. It is. But also, too, they're pretty elite at selling you a car. You go to FeldmanAuto.com, Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. I bought my car there. I couldn't be happier with it. Flannel bought his car there. He couldn't be happier with it. Sean Belesian's bought a car for his kids at Feldman Chevrolet. Like, you notice a trend here? Like, that's it, man. That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Chevy, Ford, Kia, whatever kind of car you want, even a used car. Go to FeldmanAuto.com. You can start the buying process online. It's as easy as it gets, everybody. I'm basically handing it to you. Just go to FeldmanAuto.com. All right, keeping it pushing. Nickel Package Friday, Bourbon Friday. Shout out Varchez. This one slaps, by the way, everybody. Someone asked me in the chat, how is it?
It's smooth.
Yeah. What is this? Madeira wine casks. It's finished in. Their whole like port wine, their whole wine cask has been elite, guys. Elite. So go check it out. And as I always like to say too, the proof is handwritten on the bottle. So when it's a single barrel and they handwrite the proof,
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's how you know.
that's all you need.
Legit.
I've never not had a bottle that had the proof handwritten on it that wasn't good. That's all I'm telling you guys.
You've never not had a bottle that wasn't good. Triple negative. Yeah, it works.
Grammar police are.
You just got tired of thinking about it and gave up.
I gave up.
We had to pause for just a second to let it finish.
I don't even know if that's right or not. I just know that you got tired of thinking about it and gave up.
Yep, pretty much.
No, go ahead, KG. Just go ahead, man. Get in there. Yeah, no, it is. Neil Rule, Sean Belesian in for DMAC, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase Lounge is in the building as well. Red Fly 13, Bears would have found a way to ruin them. 100% they were. But yeah, all right, let's get into it. Where are we at? Super Bowl nickel package.
Super Bowl nickel package, early one. First question of the Super Bowl nickel package. Eagles Brandon Graham tore his tricep in late November. It was supposed to be season ending. The Eagles opened his practice window to see if he can play in the Super Bowl. Reportedly, there's a high chance of a re-tear. His quote, "I know the risk." He's playing, right? For sure.
Sean, I love that. 15 years in the game. Could be his last game. He's playing.
He's playing.
If they told him at the end of this game, you will tear your tricep again, he would play.
100%. Yeah,
it's like Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
He's playing. I don't know how smart it is. That's a tricep. That's all those webs back there and everything. That terrifies me, but he's going. Absolutely.
Can you imagine a torn tricep?
I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. He's older anyway, right?
Yeah, 15 years in the game. Probably going to be his last game.
Exactly. So why not?
I'm
He's
playing.
got forever to heal. He's going to play.
He's gonna be out of here.
Like,
Why not?
I go to the medical
Now,
people.
how effective is he? And how long does he stay out there?
True.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Those are questions that have to be asked. I don't know the answer to it.
Whatever we have to do.
Yep.
That would be my approach.
By any means.
Yeah, I'll sign a waiver, whatever you
Well,
want.
it's just like, what did we all say? I just want one. I swear I'm done. I'll never bitch about the team again. All of it.
If the Lions winning a Super Bowl rested on me tearing a tricep, I would do it.
Me too.
I'd take off my leg.
I'd take off a nut.
Yeah, seriously, you have my leg. You got a tricep, a nut, and a leg now. Take them all straight down Woodward and let's get a Super Bowl.
Great Lakes 24 in the Super Chat. Try Belvini Caribbean Cask. So good. When you get Caribbean and Cask in the sentence too, that's always good as well.
Yeah, that sounds
I'm
exotic.
not
Always
familiar
good.
with that
That sounds
Always
exotic.
good. Caston Reed, if he dies, he dies. Skydog, he's a Michigan man. What do you
All
expect?
right, next question.
All right. Let's just
Kellen
move on
Moore
past it.
interviewed for the Saints job in person earlier this week, unlike when Osama Ben Johnson interviewed during a bye week. Moore knows who the opponent is, and it's the Super Bowl. Is he a terrorist too?
Neil, I love
100%.
you.
If they
I love
lose,
you,
for
Neil.
sure.
I do. You might.
That was Spenny's question.
He's
Neil,
more of a
we
terrorist
good,
because,
good,
well, no, because they're not in the division.
I told you that's my. I was perplexed at how people were misunderstanding that. Like, good luck. I'm serious. Good luck to AG. Thanks for everything. Okay, you're going to the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hope you have success.
you're going to the fucking Bears. There's
you.
no more love.
Fuck
It's
you.
all gone.
Neil,
It's zero. I told Joyke Bell.
that's fair. Yeah.
I texted Joyke Bell
fair
and
when
said,
he says it.
it's been fun rooting for you for the last few years. I wish nothing but bad things upon you. That's a true
That's fair.
story.
That is fair.
It's the Bears. I like the people misunderstanding that.
Yeah.
That was a weird week. That was a really weird week. Nothing personal, Ben. Fuck the Bears.
Fuck you, Ben.
Like, really, that's what it comes down to. That was my feelings about the Bears were here long before I knew who Ben Johnson was, and they'll be long here after Ben Johnson is gone. Like that period, end of story. So no, they are not the same.
All I know is I've never seen a black man get the benefit of the doubt more than Aaron Green, especially over a white man.
That's
But
true.
Hey, it advanced our cause, KG,
Right.
didn't it? Yeah.
advanced our call. Funny as
Hey,
hell.
I'll tell you, if he went to the Bears, I'd say the exact same thing about him.
All that is fair. I just stopped short of he threw the game. That's
Yes.
it. I'm not.
Yeah.
on
I
that.
don't know.
For sure.
That's it. Everything
No.
else is fair.
No.
Steve Wild says Neil disagrees. He's very happy for his family. He got a promotion. No, I don't disagree with F the Bears. He's in the way.
Yeah.
100% he's in the way. But I am thankful for what he did here.
Right.
100% thankful
I
for
will
what he
never
did.
think he was
begrudge
fair.
And guys, guess what? If Woodward Sports Chicago says we're going to give you 10x your salary, guess where I'm going?
Neil is out of this bitch.
And, nobody wakes up a terrorist. You become a terrorist.
I would listen. Honestly, I remember years ago the
born a
last
terrorist.
Izzo flirtation, Spenny.
Yeah.
And people talking, and I was like, if Coach Izzo feels like that's best for him and his family right now,
Yeah.
who the hell am I to say, no, Coach Izzo, that's not best for you and your family? I think we as fans sometimes kind of have almost like this ownership clause. Like, oh, no, you're one. Good for you.
Sean, I'll
best
give you-
of luck. Honestly, no, not to Ben. You do what's best for you. I hope you fail miserably. You're with the Bears. I don't want anything good for you.
Yes.
Nothing.
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 I couldn't believe the fucking pussies I was seeing. No, I hope the Bears have success. Fuck
No,
you.
that I
Never.
get off that action.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
That's the
get off
dumbest
of
thing
that.
I've ever
Doing
seen.
Never.
But Sean, I'll give you a perfect example. Like I've told you guys before, I want to go to the NBA. The money's nice, the travel's nice, all that stuff. You make a lot more money, obviously. But I want to be there, Sean, because that's where the 30 best announcers are. That's it. Like, that's the reason. That's why I want to be there. For real. Like, I can't say this publicly. I would take the same money to do it in the NBA.
Yeah.
To be where the best are.
Yeah.
For real. That's what
Yeah.
drives me. That's it.
And I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's all that matters.
But you wouldn't have to because you would get a lot more money.
I've said this, Neil.
Fair.
You know this. I had an opportunity in the NHL, and at that point in time, I had 2 little kids at home. I couldn't do it. I don't kick myself in the ass for it, but let me tell you something. If that offer came again, Why?
Yeah.
Wouldn't even think twice. Now it fits in my life. Now it fits. 10 years ago, I couldn't do it. I had 2 kids. Now it fits in my life, and you guys could curse me till the day. I can't believe you screwed us like that and everything. I'd give you proper notice and all that. You know, you always want to be professional for it, but I'll never, ever begrudge somebody of doing what they feel is best for them and their family. How could I do that? But don't ask me to ever say nice things about you again. You're dead to me.
Fuck the Bears.
Your logo is a toilet seat. Dante 151 on the super chat. Is everyone rooting for a meteor instead of the Eagles or Chiefs to win?
Yes.
I'm kidding. I just don't really give a damn anymore. More on that later.
I'm not kidding. That is what I'm rooting for. Next question. Cut the shit. You guys gonna watch the Super Bowl, right?
Of course.
Obviously. Anybody that says they're not gonna watch the Super Bowl is lying.
Of course.
That includes you, Dante. You said, I don't care anymore. You're watching.
Can I throw this out there, though? I honestly thought this might be the first Super Bowl since forever where I would sit in front of the TV and watch the hours of pregame show and all that. It won't be. I'll tune in. I'll tune in a little bit after 6. Shortly before kickoff.
I'll probably watch hockey or I'll watch the golf tournament.
I'll
watch the golf tournament.
I got a $400 bet on the line.
Not that I've kept track, but the Canadians have played a 1 o'clock matinee game since 1989 on Super Bowl Sunday.
You're tapped in.
I'm tapped into that.
I
I honestly was thinking, wow, I haven't watched one of those pregame shows in forever. I thought I might do it this year, and no, it'll be 6:05, 6:10. I'll tap in.
First Mind, it's a fact. Ben was getting his staff together and not focusing on the Lions. First Mind, okay. So Kellen Moore.
Yeah, chill on her. She cool, but I continue.
Kellen Moore is giving even though he went to New Orleans when he knew the opponent, like not during a bye week like the Lions had. He knows the opponent. So Ben Johnson thought about it, but Kellen Moore's not. For the Super Bowl.
And then it's like, I'm not going to take the job and then get my staff. Of course, I already have an idea of who the hell my staff is going to be if I know I'm going to take a head coaching job.
That's what's wild to me.
That's all.
Just, fit your narrative more. All right, next one.
And he's still a terrorist. With that being said, what do you hate the most about the Chiefs?
Am I
Brittany
crazy?
Mahomes.
I don't hate the Chiefs.
I don't.
There's Brittany Mahomes.
I guess, and I won't even say
Travis Kelce's annoying too.
Well, you know that
He's
bad
annoying,
old bit.
I don't hate
bad
him.
old bit.
Yeah.
You know they only show Taylor Swift like 4 times during a game. Like it's not this.
That doesn't
4 times too many.
That doesn't.
But it's not like this thing where everyone's like they show her every play. Like there is literally. Maybe they're fans because they're spoiled, but their fans don't even their fans seem reasonable. You know what I'm saying? There's just not something I hate about the Chiefs.
You know what? And this isn't necessarily the Chiefs' fault. I think I can't stand that every single week I watch something that makes me go like this during one of their games. A call that goes in their factor every single week. And I'm sorry, we said it all year long, all of us in here. I never backed away from it. I was terrified of the Chiefs, and that was part of the reason.
Yeah.
You watch it, they're on TV every week, and honest to God, there is a moment usually in the fourth quarter where you're like, how did you make that call? How did you make that call? They are the benefactor of so many good calls every single game. And I'm like, listen, Spenny, can I take it a step further than you? I'm just done with the brothers Kelsey. Like, enough. It was cute. It was
okay,
fun.
that's fair. That's
they
fair.
were
Jason
wacky.
Kelce.
Yeah,
But
Jason.
both of them.
But for me, that's more Jason Kelce than it is Travis Kelce.
I'm not talking solo. I'm talking the package.
Yeah.
I'm
The
done with the brothers
brothers
Kelce.
Right.
Both of them. And Travis' little dance last week and everything, knock it. Enough. I'm just done. It was fun. Your shelf life's over. Your 15 minutes are over.
I like Jason Kelce. Travis Kelce's annoying.
All right, next, final one.
You gotta fight for your right to part.
I know, but it feels like he's chasing that now, and it's been kind of lame.
You're trying too hard. That's exactly what it is.
It's been pretty
Trying too
cringe.
hard.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
All right, last question. What do you hate the most about the Eagles?
Their city. Their city's
fans.
trash. their fans are trash.
Neil
There's
finna
rats
go.
that walk around. The Liberty Bell is
Sucks.
no more than a 30-yard walk from a concentration of rats. I have photos. I have video of it.
It's true.
I literally sat there and watched an army of rats no more than 30 yards away, Sean, from the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Right next to Independence Hall, too.
Bingo.
Their fans are trash.
Yeah, I'm only going at the fans and Nick Sirianni. Everybody else I'm cool
Sirianni
with.
sucks too.
Yeah, everybody else I'm cool with as far as the Eagles.
What do you hate, Sean?
All right, I'm going to do something, and you're all going to get mad at me. But I have to do it because it's my job. We have to give Nick Sirianni some love.
Right now we do. He has to finish the job.
Okay, but here. Remember when they were done last year?
He already finished the job.
No, listen. Remember when they were done last year?
Yeah.
Remember when he was going to lose his job? Remember when the window closed? All that stuff.
They lost their coordinators.
Well, yeah.
For that dude to get it back the way he did. Sorry,
That's
tip
on
the
him.
cap.
What
I'm
did he
still
do?
not sold.
He went out there, he hired Vic Fangio, and he hired Kellen Moore.
Tip the cap, man.
Yeah.
I can't stand his face.
He's
I would like to get in
such
a
a
cage match
douchebag.
with him.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
He needs to not blow it in the biggest moment too. I'm still not
Well,
sold
it's-
until
you know
he,
as well as
until
I
he
do,
wins.
it's-
If he beats Mahomes, I'll shut up.
well, it's unfortunate for him that he's coaching in the Mahomes era.
Yeah,
It
they're
is.
not winning. They're not winning.
I
They're
don't
not
think
winning
so.
the game.
A lot of people picking the Eagles though.
Yeah, well,
I'm not.
It's not going
a
to
lot
happen.
of people are going to lose a lot of money.
That's
Yep.
a fact.
You're on him?
Oh, the Chiefs are going to win.
Even
Chiefs are
Neil
gonna
thinks the
win.
Eagles gonna win.
Yeah, I mean-
exposed you.
The
You
Chiefs
think
are going
Eagles
to
are going
win.
to win?
I exposed it.
Saquon's going to get a 70-yard rushing touchdown. Holding, offense, bring it back. It's going to happen. The Chiefs are going to win.
I've been
I think they're going to run
guys.
for.
I've been consistent for a year.
I think they're going to run for 2 bills.
Okay.
I do. I think
Chiefs
that.
defense is legit.
All right, we'll get into that next week. All right, tell them about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's, awesome is when you can get an awesome haircut. Lady Jane's takes the chore out of getting a haircut. You can sit down, get a hot lather, neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment from one of our talented, lovely stylists, as well as an award-winning haircut. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford has a huge selection of vehicles. They got the Hummer EVs. You can go there, or you could get a GMC Sierra 1500 crew cab for no money down, sign and drive, just $359 a month. Les Stanford Chevrolet and Buick. Les Stanford, make sure you go check them out. LesStanford.com.
All right, back.
Shine hit the bucket, y'all. Shine hit the
Sean
bucket.
Belichick's knocking down shots right here. He's him, everybody. He's him. All right, back at it. Big D Energy, nickel package Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belichick. No time to waste. I Harder in the chat. Did I miss the Red Wings talk? No, you didn't.
Well, kinda. We had one
Technically,
round.
yeah.
Yes.
Then
Here
we
we go.
kind of had another round, but
The
we're
Red
back.
Wings 5-on-3. Let's do it.
All right, Red Wings 5-on-3. First question of the Red Wings 5-on-3. We said a week
What kind
ago.
of accent was that?
I don't know. Swedish.
I'm
I'm
yeah.
a Swedish plumber. I've
I
come to
don't know.
fix your pipes.
That sounds German.
Switzerland. I was in Switzerland a few months
Yeah.
ago. I heard a few of those in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Sounds German, like Mo Sider. All right, go
All
on.
right, we said a week ago a tough stretch leading up to the Four Nations. 3-0 so far.
Sean,
And
I
it's,
mean,
it's not just the 3-0, it's the way they've done it. Like, that's really put some air in your lungs. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the way they've done it that I think has me pretty fired up right now.
no, I agree. I just keep waiting. Like, it's not a new coach bounce. It's not.
Not anymore.
And I've asked
Not
you.
anymore.
I've asked all the hockey people in my
Not
life.
anymore.
You, D-Mac, all of it. I'm like, it can't just be that simple. And everyone's response is, yes, it can.
Play fucking
and
hockey.
Sean, I'll admit, mentally, I can't get past that. It can't just be that simple.
I don't think at this point in time, I don't think it is. But what I think a lot of people probably mean by that is,
Don't overthink it.
and when you're a
Play fucking hockey.
when you're a young player, okay, I'm not sure we would be having this reaction with a veteran team, but you're a young player. This stuff becomes addictive, man. It becomes like you want it. I don't think you're getting this reaction out of a veteran team. So I think that's huge, and you have to give that bounce because of it.
They are 12-4.
And their stars are performing like stars.
Imagine that.
How many times did we hear, we need more from Larkin, we need more from Raymond, we
Yeah.
need more
Me?
from Sider? Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
And it was funny, too, because people, I still to this day, every now and then get one from somebody. They're like, what do you think about Dylan Larkin now? I think I was right.
Yeah. They should legitimately have 3 All-Stars on this team with Larkin, Raymond, and Sider.
Yeah. I think I was right. That's what I think about Larkin now. All right. Second one.
All right, second question of the NHL or the Red Wings 5-on-3. Down 2-0, 10:30 in the game against a damn good team. Rally to win. Do we make too much of the deal of a big win?
Probably. Like in a vacuum, we probably do.
Y'all have the right to do that, though.
But they won at Florida.
Yeah.
And I felt the same way. And then they chased it with 3 losses.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not going to say you have to validate it because they did it. But, Sean, they kind of got to validate it, right? Like, you got to have, dare I say, a winning trip. Is that fair?
No, I think that's fair. And you know what? I'm going to use the cop-out. The same thing that I said about the last, not Andrew cop-out, just a normal cop-out. This is, like, honestly, you guys, if we're talking about a veteran team, okay, they've been there, they've done it, okay? These kids haven't. Mm-hmm. Okay? To do that in Edmonton after a team that, came this close to winning a Stanley Cup last year, to do that after getting down 2-0, that's gut check stuff, man. It's different. It hits different when you're talking about a young team. So I think in this case, Neil, if this was I don't know, we've already won 3 Stanley Cup Red Wings that did that, and you're making a big deal about it, I'd look at you and go, what the hell are you talking about? This team hasn't done it yet. So I don't think you're making too big of a deal about it if you're celebratory today.
I don't think you are either. You had 2 of the 7 best players in hockey on the other side of the puck. They had you down 2-0. They could have buried you. You dug in. Your penalty kill was off the charts. Your German defenseman had a Norris caliber game, Sean. He had a Norris caliber game.
True.
They were playing lights out. They dug in. They came back against one of the best teams in the NHL. That is a huge win. Shout out to Dante151 with the super chat in the Woodward Sports chat. He said maybe this new investment group of Tom Gores, Grant and Tamia Hill, Chris Weber, Jared and Kristen Goff, and Sheila Fordhamp and Steve Camp
insane.
could buy the Tigers away from little Chris.
Yes.
Knocking over those garbage cans.
Chris wouldn't do it out of pride.
I'll
though.
tell
I know
you
he
right. I said it before.
Look at Neil.
I said it before. I'll say it again.
Deal with
If
the old
Tom
face.
Gores owned the Tigers, they'd win the World Series.
100%.
Like soon.
What
If
a
Tom Gores
world.
bought the Tigers right now, they'd win the World Series in 2 years.
Could you imagine Spenny saying that a year ago?
Mm-hmm. No.
He was enemy number 1 to you.
We want Tom Gores to own the Tigers and Sheila Fordhamp to own the Red Wings. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's crazy. Chris wouldn't
That's
do it out
nuts.
of pride. I'm telling you, he wouldn't do it.
You
Chris
guys,
wouldn't do it.
that's the crazy thing about like when we got caught up in the euphoria of the Tigers. I do you think guys like me or Neil, do you think we want to be the stick in the mud? I don't want to be the stick in the mud.
Could you imagine the payroll?
But you have to have that conversation
what?
with people.
Top five.
guys, Chris Ilitch is the owner. Like he's not going to go write these checks, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Could you imagine the Tigers' payroll if Tom Gores was the owner?
No.
We would be throwing billies.
We would have had Santander. We would have had
Stanton. We would have had everybody.
It'd be the Tigers and the Dodgers.
Right.
Yes, Juan Soto would be a Detroit Tiger if Tom Gores was the owner.
Steinbrenner would be talking right now saying, man, that Tom Gore's out of control.
Right.
He's going crazy in the streets.
They would
Steve
have
Cohen
those,
is cursing
they would
him
have
out,
those icons, those candle icons in places like Pittsburgh to light incense when they had to pay the luxury tax.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Gores. Thank you so much.
Honestly.
I mean, they would literally love him. He would be an icon in places like that.
It would be
no cap league.
That
Tom
would be
Gores?
the best case
Stop
scenario
playing.
with Detroit owners is if Tom Gores owned the Tigers.
It would be. It absolutely would be.
All right, next
All right, we
question.
got off on a tangent there.
Question number 4. Spenny has a crush on Marco Casper. Don't you? With 7 goals, 4 assists, and 11 points his last 14 games.
When he got put on the elevated line, I scooped him up.
76,
I
4
scooped him
goals.
up in fantasy, Sean.
Oh.
I did, as a big brain play, because I just wanted credit.
He looks
It's
really
been working.
good. He looks
Why?
really
Why
good.
is it working?
It's amazing, isn't it? When you put
Other
guys,
than he's good, why is it working?
well, you put guys with like players, it's amazing. Like creativity comes out, and it's almost like in our business, Neil. I mean, you put creative guys together, and you can do some magic. Really, it's sometimes it's not rocket science. And I couldn't blame anybody for having a crush on Casper right now. It's been a hot month, and you want to see it continue. You know what I mean? That's the best thing about this to me, because not that long ago, and Spenny made the comment to me, these people that were well, this guy's going to win the Calder, and this guy's a Norris Trophy guy, and this guy, okay, it was all this. You weren't seeing that kind of stuff, and that's what was frustrating. And now that you're seeing the growth, you can allow yourself to say some of those slaptastic things again.
Mm-hmm. And then that skip pass off the boards to Larkin for his assist last night, that was a thing of beauty.
When you play with players of that caliber, you can do things like that. You can't stress that enough. You can't.
I love Marco Casper. Mm-hmm. This kid's he's 20 fucking years old. 20 years old. He can't even drink yet. He's big, he's physical, he's quick, he's got a good shot. He was showing off some dangles earlier in the third period. He made a couple nice plays. I really like Marco Casper and what he's going to be. I will never forgive Derek Lalonde for putting him on the fourth line.
Terror. Now that's a terror.
That is an act of terrorism. It really is.
All right, next one.
Next question, final question of the Red Wings 5-on-3. Revisit the playoff percentage chances. Let me see. Let me Google this.
We had this conversation, I think, in mid-December. Mm-hmm. And Neil, I don't remember if you were in that day. And they
I don't
asked
think he
us,
was, but you said they wasn't.
I said 0.
Yeah, me too. I said 5, I think.
I said 0. Spenny, I think you said 0. I think Justin said 5%. I think Terry said 10%. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Have things changed? And Neil, this goes back to and it's not a backdoor way. I would contend that I was right then. You had to make a change. Mm-hmm. If they kept going with Coach Lalonde, I would say 0%. I would. I would say all you can do is go with the information that you have at that point in time. The coach was Coach Lalonde. I'll say 50%.
The Red Wings have a 33.6% chance to make the playoffs as of today, and they have a 1.1% chance to win the Stanley Cup.
Oh, stop.
What was the playoff percentage? I'm sorry.
33.6.
I said it earlier in the show, and I'll say it now. 50%. I think there are too many teams in that area, which the NHL loves it. The NHL loves it.
Hope.
Selling hope. That's the
Religion
NFL.
was founded on hope.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the NHL loves it.
They're desirous of hope.
Desirous of long chances into getting into the playoff. But you know what? And I think the Red Wings love it too, because all of a sudden you find yourself looking down the stretch at, maybe I should grab some tickets for this game. The Canes are coming in early April. That could be a big one. Whatever the case may be. So I think it works for everybody, but I would say 50%.
And correction by Justin in the chat. He said 15% and Terry said 0. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what it was.
We got one more?
Nope, that was it.
Oh, that's it? Okay,
Yep.
Let's cut to the break, then we'll do the Pistons. When we come back, we'll squeeze that sports media one in as well. Hey, Dante, we're going to get to them all.
Let me tell you about 1800
Crumble those parlay tickets up.
Tequila, 1800 Tequila, the official tequila of the Detroit Lions. You see they got the Lions themed bottles
That
there.
Blanco.
You can go get it in stores near you today. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest tasted tequila. Please drink responsibly.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza. The signature wings from Soroki's are delicious. They got 7 different flavors for you to choose from. Make sure you try them all and choose your favorite for yourself. My personal is the spicy garlic, but you make that decision for you. To find a Soroki's near you, go to Sorokis.com.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Neil Rule, Sean Belizean, Nickel Package, Friday Bourbon, Friday KG, Chase Lounge, Spencer Raxter. We got to keep it pushing.
Yeah,
you got a big announcement.
I got a big announcement
breaking
today.
News.
Some breaking news.
Woodward
It's
Sports related.
Woodward Sports related.
Oh.
The heavyweights today. We are going to be doing a subathon, where if you're not familiar with what that is, we are setting the Super Chat goal for $200 on the heavyweights today.
Okay.
Every dollar over that is an extra minute we will be streaming.
Oh, shit.
For the first 3 hours, it'll be $1 per minute, and then after that, it's $2 per minute. And we're gonna go until the money stops. We can stream for 24 hours
What
straight.
if they go till Monday?
We will be going until the money stops. We can stream for 24 hours, 48 hours straight. We're gonna get pizza. We're gonna be doing $10 shots, $15 shotguns.
That's awesome.
$250 to select Nick's haircut in the booth. We're gonna be doing requests.
You guys are going all in.
It's gonna be, we're
That's
going all
awesome.
in. That is
Nick, don't be
today
bold.
on the Woodward Heavyweight, starting at 5, going until whenever the money stops.
Yes, Chase in the Chase
I
Lounge.
would say if we approximate roughly $3,000 as a group, we could keep them on air until Monday. That's about the money.
That's,
If you
we
need
would
to,
do
like,
that.
if you
Bumskis
need
to
hit
keep
me up.
things going.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes to it, we'll be sleeping here, taking different turns. I'm bringing a change of clothes. Like, we can go shower at Planet Fitness.
If you need to hit me up, seriously, we could all like take turns helping the boys out because this might go a ways.
It
Nah,
could.
I'm busy.
We're gonna see.
Right. And no disrespect to y'all. Anybody that watch y'all for 24 hours is a fucking maniac. Let's just put that out there. But there are some people, so shout
I'm
out.
just waiting for the emo number 2 episode.
We have the stuff here.
Oh, shit.
Like, we're gonna be doing requests. We're gonna be playing 2K, playing beer
Hold
ball.
on. Go Blue, $200 donation incoming. I want to.
And it's starting on the heavyweights. Starting on the heavyweights at 5. The goal for the show is 200, and then every single dollar after that 200 goes to more minutes of us streaming.
That's
So what-
awesome.
So if y'all going to Monday, just fuck us, huh?
Or just, I mean,
100%. Yeah.
Right.
RJ Graham, how much money for Chris to shave his beard?
we will discuss that during the show.
Holy shit.
I'm thinking of setting a thing for me to go stash only. Or the Fu Manchu. I'll shave the rest of my beard.
Oh, shit.
Are you guys going to be bringing the canine mask?
K9 might make a return.
Hey, shout out K9.
All right.
I would love to see
Walk that
like
motherfucker.
Amish Spenny though. Like get rid of the mustache, just that beard.
Yeah.
That'd be tremendous.
I'll take the mustache off and just go straight beard.
No,
We're gonna
Nick
be-
is
Amish
going to be
Spenny.
bald. They're
Yeah.
putting Nick's haircut on the line.
Nick's
Nick is going to
haircut-
be bald.
That's
That is-
huge.
That is
No, KG,
250.
you're right.
You get to choose Nick's haircut. So whatever you got, you can go to Paul Feinbaum.
Damn.
You can go whatever you want.
the George Jefferson,
The George
a.k.a.
Jefferson,
The Mark Davis.
Yo.
Give him the
a.k.a.
Mark
Keenan
Davis.
Allen.
Yeah.
Take it all. No eyelashes, no eyebrows. No.
Yeah,
nothing.
shout out to DNC for the idea. DNC ENT.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Okay. I'll be watching.
Yeah, it's gonna
No,
be fun.
that's crazy.
100%. All
We're
right.
gonna-
that's crazy
after our regular show, if we hit the $200, I'm gonna go out, go to Kroger, buy a bunch of booze, buy a bunch of food. It's gonna happen.
That is wild.
That's awesome.
I'll be tapped in for that, no
I'll
doubt.
check
5
in
to
for
7.
sure.
Shout out.
I'll check
Heavyweight.
in.
How
For
much
sure.
to get a tattoo of Jaden Smith?
Oh, Oh, it's like Sal from Impractical Jokers.
You give me $2,000 in the super chat. I'll get a tattoo of Jaden Smith for. It'll be something, Jaden Smith something, but it'll be like him as an anime character.
On your inner thigh.
Not my inner thigh.
Chase, there are so many Impractical Joker things we could do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Spitty can't do the inner thigh, man.
I'm not getting it.
He has obligations.
Yeah, I have my thighs are locked up. My thighs are locked up. I already got what I'm doing with them. But I will get if you put $2,000 in the heavyweight super chat, I'll get a Jaden Smith tattoo.
And you can get it done this weekend because you'll be here anyway.
I'll be here. Yeah.
Right.
You know who loves
tattoo come in studio.
By the way, do you know who loves this right now is Dante. Because you were cashing your chips in just a couple minutes ago, and Dante's going, we're never going to get to all those nickel packages, so yes.
There's a couple of heavyweights fans. I think it's like Ryan Philbeck and Steve Lehman. I think they're going to keep the stream going for quite a while.
That's how we got the emo thing. Was they just dropped 200 in there immediately.
That shit was great.
Off rip.
You guys are in trouble.
They just want more.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah. Y'all already got an all-time episode. You just want more.
Dude. Will Spike show?
Spike might show. Spike's hair's in the back.
He's got to fill in.
Spike and Henrietta.
All right, Pistons nickel package. Let's go.
Yes.
You want to go to break first?
All right, let's do the break, and then we're going to
double
Smash
time.
Fest.
Yes.
Pause. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Planet Fitness, everybody. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. Got that working this week, Monday through Friday. Love it. Love working out at Planet Fitness. I'll never be a member at another gym. That's the bottom line. PlanetFitness.com. Pull in the parking lot on your way home. Guys, you said it. You're going to be serious. You're going to take getting in shape seriously. Don't talk about it. Be about it, guys. And don't be about it at a gym that's $70, $80, $90 a month. Go do it at Planet Fitness. $24.99 a month, less than $1 a day. You guys are in there, man. You can use the Planet Fitness spa, all the amenities there, the hydro massage, all of it, guys. I'm telling you, it's the best gym. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. It's Planet Fitness.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Way off.
Quit screwing around, buddies. And our injury insider, Dr. Jeff Pierce, every Tuesday here on Big D Energy, every Thursday on Ermanni and Edwards. We have great discussion. We talk about breaking sports news. He can help get you right, by the way. You know how I know? He helped save Darren McCarty's career. Bottom line. It's
true.
D-Mac told you that. So, again, I think he can help you if you want to play, your weekend sports and be a weekend warrior.
He helped me.
Yep. Help Spenny, help myself too. Got me on a regimen that worked for me. The improvement's been incredible. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. I'm telling you guys, go see them. Powered by Michigan Sports and Spine Center, MRI of Southfield. All right, we got a double sesh here, Sean.
All right.
We may have to go past 1, but we're not going to be here till Monday like the heavyweights might be. 5 to 7 shout out.
It's fair.
All right, Pistons nickel package. Let's do it.
First question of the Pistons nickel package: how good is Cade Cunningham?
Very fucking good. Like
MVP, MVP consideration good this year. Yeah. And look, hey, we talked about Tom Gores and everything like that, but make no mistake,
player driven,
star driven. Cade Cunningham's that guy, man. I tried to tell you guys this, but you didn't believe me, but maybe now you do.
He took a next step, and I think to all the people out there like me, I wasn't wrong. I won't say I was wrong. I think the first few years he didn't look like the number 1 pick in the draft, and I think he's turned into that guy.
And by the way, that draft, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, there's a lot of all-star representation from that draft.
Even if he doesn't hit all NBA this year, that's fine. The next goal on his list is to have postseason success.
Facts.
Yep, win a playoff series, kind of go from there. All right, second down.
Next question. Go big at the deadline with someone like Colin Sexton or more conservative with someone like D'Angelo Russell?
Man, all the avenues are open. I I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised. Here's what I think, and this is just me. I have no inside knowledge of it. I'm just saying kind of what I think. Is I wouldn't be surprised if they use the cap space to get a first-round pick in anticipation of the fact that they're not going to have their first-round pick, their original first-round pick, that's going to go to Minnesota. I think that's the floor.
I don't think this is what can we do in the 2025 playoffs, much to the chagrin of a lot of people out there. I think this is what can we do in 2026 and beyond.
Well, Sean, I think it is we expect to be in said playoffs in 2025, regardless of what we do here.
No question.
Yeah. So for the franchise future, we got to figure out a way to have first-round pick representation, and we'll weaponize our cap space. They'll basically buy a first-round pick.
And to add to that, Neil, on the morning show, I said the priority needs to be draft picks first. If you get a player, that's cool. Get the draft picks because the move, I feel, is coming in the offseason.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, second down.
So, third down. Third question of the Pistons Fast Break. Who needs to have the biggest second half on this team, not named Cade Cunningham?
Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris has not been what we've paid him to be. If he can just go out there and hit a few more three-pointers and just be a consistent scoring presence for Cade, I think that'll go a long way for this team.
I would say, all right, I'll vibe with you on that.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like, look, if there is some regression, like Tim Hardaway's been very good, right? Like he's kind of a roller coaster, which you kind of figured that the deal would be. And Beasley's been incredible. Mm-hmm. There's going to be, at some point, there's got to be some give with both of those guys, right? All I need from Tobias Harris is to fill that gap.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's got to have like a renaissance and be an MVP candidate. Like just the bounce. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. That's and not a lot, but yeah.
I'm with Lems in there. I think it needs to be Jalen Duren. I think he needs to have
He's improved a little bit.
Big second half, continue to play the way he's played, be attacking, be better on defense. Him and Cade, that can get you to a playoff. If both of them are playing an all-star level, that can get you to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Jalen's in a nice groove right now.
Yeah, he is.
I do. I think he's in a nice groove.
Got to keep it going.
Got to keep it pushing, no doubt.
Agree.
No slippage,
All right,
no doubt.
next question. Should Ron Holland be getting more minutes?
Not
He's only
yet.
getting like 15 a game.
But where?
Yeah,
not yet.
I'll ask you the question then. Okay, in a vacuum, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
They're earned where?
At the expense of who?
Yeah,
It'd be different if you didn't have an Asar Thompson on this team already. He's your defensive person. So, yeah, just let Ron Holland develop his game still.
You want a dirty little secret?
Sure.
I think in the last 7 games, Ron Holland's shooting 45% from three.
I told you.
48%
What
from
did I
three.
tell you, Neil? I told you he got it in him. He do.
And here's the deal. I'm not saying expect that going forward, but I am saying, you know what I like about Ron Holland? I don't have to hear about the wait for next year to see improvements.
Right.
He showed up on the scene. Even he said it too. He said, my first preseason game, I was checking Dame Lillard. I was like, what the hell's going on? I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Sean, I don't have to hear about wait till next season. No, it's in front of you.
And there's been way too much of that around here with 3 of our 4 franchises.
Yeah. But
there's an exhaustion from that from a lot of
Sean,
people.
when you're good,
fatigue.
You don't very rarely do you suck and then get good.
Right.
There's signs as you go along. But Ron Holland's that guy,
This
man.
is why I told you it was always a confidence issue with him. It wasn't the ability. Yes, he needed to get better.
He said as
but
much.
It was the confidence.
And
now
he's 19.
Yeah, he's got
in a
room to
man's
grow.
league.
And he checks a lot of other boxes to where, okay, if he gets this 3-point shot, he's really going to be a really good player in this league for a long time.
Skydog 722. I need beef stew, more from beef stew points wise. Phil, I'll pay for Sean to get a clean shave at Lady Jane's. Not happening.
The fuck's my wife doing in this chat? Go to work, woman.
Next up.
Phil, dude, come on.
Last question of the Pistons Fast Break. Who will be the next all-star out of this team?
Ron Holland?
No, Jaden Ivey.
Yeah.
Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, I'll go with Jaden.
You
It's
see
almost
what?
like, oh yeah, remember him? Yeah.
No, but Sean, you
Tough
see.
to get 2 guards in the East.
Do you see what it takes?
Fair,
do you see?
fair.
And my point. Do you see what it takes to be an all-star?
It's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Do you see what it takes? Like Tyrese Halliburton was an afterthought in the all-star.
So is LaMelo. He's averaging 30 points a game.
You see what I mean?
Trae Young's number 1 in assists. He wasn't on the team.
If Jalen Duren could be consistent, it'd be Jalen Duren.
It's a lot easier as a big. Especially in
You
the
see
East.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we
no,
need to
I get
adjust
you.
the expectations
You're
a
right,
little.
you're right.
I think that's borderline egregious on your part, KG.
Is it
For real?
really?
Yeah. Do you see what it takes?
I do agree with that, but we also have to acknowledge the jump Jaden Ivey took this year, and if he continues on that path, then he could be that.
That was part of what made that injury just so gross.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was
he
already
was your
gross,
second
but it
leading
was just,
scorer.
I think
this kid took a step.
I think the only way the Pistons get 2 guards in is if they're the number 1 team in the East.
I feel
well,
that.
Allen W. Ivy, he was a 20 points per game player before he went down.
He's 17.
Yeah,
That's a big
17.
difference. That's a big
17,
difference.
yeah.
You see what it takes.
And I'm not saying it
to
would be
an
next
all-star.
year, but if we talking the next real Pistons All-Star, I think it could be him.
The only way you get 2 guards in is if you're a top 2 team in the East.
And if you're Ivy, the only way you do it is not by
24.
doing it for 18 games and then not doing it for 18 games
Right,
and then
fair.
doing it for 18 games.
If Ivy gets up to 24, 5 and 5, and Cade's still at 25, 10 and 5, they'd be a top 2 team in the East, and they would both be All-Stars. Do I
Fair.
see that happening? I hope so, but I don't. That's a lot to ask for.
Copacetic Sushi, Neil, do any of the Big D Energy folks have what it takes to be an all-star?
I'm already an All-Star.
Right, what the fuck?
I'm on the back 9.
I'm Detroit's first-round draft pick.
He's an aging vet.
I've had all my All-Stars. You asked me to go. I'm going to defer to somebody
Sean,
else.
your jersey is in the rafters.
Right,
so.
I've been
Guarantee Hall
to
of
the
Fame.
All-Star game. I don't want to go. Send the kid.
He's on a veteran minimum chasing a ring
Yeah,
right now.
ask Chase.
He's David West right now.
Cool,
Ring
whatever.
chasing.
I don't have a lot of game left, but what I have, I'll give it to you guys. Everything I have.
He ain't as good as he once was, but he's as good once as he ever was.
R.I.P.
Right?
Toby Keith.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
absolutely.
He's Draymond
Rest in
Green.
peace. That's a bar, by the way.
That is a bar.
That's an
Toby
absolute
Keith
bar.
has
I ain't
nothing
as
but
good
bangers.
as I was.
All right, sports media nickel package. Let's cook.
Sports media nickel package. First question: Peacock streaming over 28% revenue surge to 1.3 billion. Also, they said there was no major subscriber loss after the Olympics. But I was told you won't pay for Peacock. Was I lied to?
Yes. It's not going away. You're out of your
Always
mind.
happens.
You just want Neil,
Like,
get your shit
honestly,
off, man.
Spenny, you're getting on my getting in my line of thinking
I
there
know,
with that
I know.
question.
It's crazy.
You're out of. It's not going anywhere. You better get used to it.
And the bottom line is, Peacock's got the most elite picture quality of any of them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And it's
not
That
close.
is a
And
fact
Neil,
for real.
consider the source. I'm the. It's not going anywhere. This is the future, and you better get used to it.
Neil, this is why me and you agree on this. I stream games and I still have these subscriptions.
I show my kids how to use.
I still have all
I
the
show my
subscriptions.
kids how to use Peacock.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
I
it's,
illegally stream and still have subscriptions.
Yeah,
I do.
you're paying. You can
Allegedly.
talk tough
Allegedly.
all you want. You can talk tough all you want. You're
real.
doing it.
It's real.
Yeah.
I just like to
Or
reiterate
you will
that.
be doing it. If
That's
you
it.
haven't yet, you better. It's best to just accept your reality right now.
All right, second up.
Second question of the sports media nickel package. Shout out Ryan Letts. The Utah Hockey Club name saga took a disastrous turn after the U.S. Patent Office told them they could not use the name Yetis. So they just said F it and are going to go with a fan vote on 3 team names. Just keep Hockey Club, Mammoth, or Wasatch.
Wasatch. It's
I like-
the mountain range. There's
Did
a lot
this
of ski
go
resorts.
about as badly as it could? Mammoth has to win.
Yeah, Mammoth.
Sean, you saw the jerseys that they like, the little preview jersey, but those were
Awesome.
sweet.
Yep.
Mammoth has to win.
The Wasatch name, which is newly introduced, that's kind of like their workaround. If they do go with that, they're gonna use this mythical snowman figure
my
from the
God.
mountains.
Oh, the abominable snowman.
Yeah, basically, it's like that's
Cool,
their-
bro.
Sasquatch?
Can we get Sean?
Go,
like,
man.
look,
Utah Hockey Club was
Sean.
better.
This whole thing is stupid.
It is.
Can we just come clean on this? It's all stupid, all of it.
Well, do you know what it stems from? The NHL's complete failure and inability to admit that they failed out in the desert. That's where it all comes from. This has been a disaster 30 years in the making.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it has been. I mean, they could not admit it didn't work. So they ran off to Utah thinking it'd be cute, and you're still screwing things up. It's a debacle. It's too bad.
Michigander 1212. I have YouTube TV. I don't need Peacock to watch games. Well, Michigander, through the YouTube TV sub, you're paying for it.
No, absolutely.
They're getting it. Trust me,
Absolutely.
it's not for free on there. All right, next one.
Neil,
Yes, what do
can
you
I
got?
get my shit over real quick?
Yes.
UP Metalhead, if KG is a first round pick, you are tucked. I believe he means fucked. Fuck you. Come in here and do what I do every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next down.
I won't go to the lane on him. My shooting percentage drops 30% with
Yeah.
KG's here.
He's got Hall of Fame Intimidator.
Not today.
Next question of the Sports Media Nickel Package. Greg Olson told the Charlotte Observer that he is not happy being the number 2 Fox broadcast team, though he said he doesn't feel resentment towards Tom Brady or Fox. So, then who does he feel resentment towards? Yeah, that's a... Come on, man.
I got nothing.
I'm mad, but I'm not mad at the only two people.
He's so infinitely better than Tom Brady. It's not comparable. I mean, seriously, he's not. It's not even.
Just say what you want to say, Greg.
Say what you say. Everybody,
say what you need to say.
Listen, I was in that place before too. I openly admit it. You play the media game, and then you just get to a point. It was like, nah, you know what? It's better to be honest about shit now. You know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Next down.
Next question of Sports Media Nickel Package.
Oh, hold on real quick. Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer. Super Bowl will be on Amazon in 5 years. I don't disagree with that.
I'm not arguing that.
And it's going to be $60 pay-per-view.
Probably 3 years.
They got everything
Fuck
from
5.
A to Z.
I am not arguing that.
But they don't need it to be pay-per-view. They just need you to subscribe. That's it.
That's true.
That's the win.
That's it.
It's true. All right, next question. Soccer star Neymar is leaving his Saudi Pro League team after being paid $200 million to score 1 goal in 7 matches. Oh my God. Who's a bigger bag getter, Neymar or Joel Embiid? Soccer guys are the kings of bags.
They don't pay their taxes either.
Yeah.
They don't pay their taxes.
That's a factor. I think that's a factor in the discussion. However, I'm still going to go with Joel Embiid.
I know
He's
you
missed
are.
400 games and made over $250 million.
Real quick, Neil, real quick.
Yes.
They get paid in the euro, which is a higher value than the
That's
US
true,
dollar.
too.
And they're not paying taxes on it.
No, that's true. But did he miss 400 games, Sean?
No, he didn't.
No, but you know,
Neymar been getting away
at the
with
end
murder.
of the day, there's the money that we heard about, there's the money that we did not hear about, and there's the harem that he bagged in those 4 days too. Because you know he had a harem, dude. You know he
No
did.
doubt.
So advantage Neymar.
Tommy K. Overtime BDE. Let's go. Michigander. Amazon Prime is worth it. 100% it is.
Yep.
How many more we got?
Last one. Super Bowl commercials have increased to $8 million per 30-second ad. If Woodward had a Super Bowl ad, what should it be?
Oh, shit.
It should be Sam Flannel pounding his head into the desk.
That was one of the most. I have nightmares.
I got the assist for that.
I'm
That
not.
would've
I'm
never
not
happened
joking.
without me.
I
That
had
is
a
true.
nightmare. That was awful. And then the big middle. Look, stop that! Don't do that.
Sean's reaction every time gets me.
That was one of the
Oh
funniest
my
things I've
God.
ever seen in my
You
life.
scared Sean
You
Beligian.
guys don't understand though. It made like a very unnatural sound.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
they heard it. Yeah. They heard it. It was the greatest crash out in the history of crash
It
outs.
was. That was a
Alright.
Hall of Fame
Easy,
crash out for
easy.
sure.
Yeah, it easy. Yeah.
Anybody else? What would you put on there? Close second, Spike.
Yeah,
Yes.
Spike. Yeah, that would be
The
good.
emo show, yes, has to be a part of that. It has
The
to.
picture, yeah.
I could go old school, the easy stick match.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
they-
yeah. The battle.
Yeah, we could do that.
I
Boy,
still
there's
love that
lot
there
of
was a
stuff.
betting line on that. That was so awesome. You could literally wager on that on an app.
Isn't that great?
That was so good.
All right, can I pack a dip now?
Yeah.
Damn
I
right.
think you can.
Jesse's not going to yell at me.
I think we've done enough.
We've done enough.
For Sean Beligian, KG, Spencer Raxter, the Chase Lounge, Ryan Lentz is here too. I'm Neil Rolt. Thanks for tapping in. Have a great weekend, everybody. Well, see you later.